Round of golf on Sunday, December 7th on ABC, 1 to 5 p.m.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. Art Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin.
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
That's what it is. Right here. Bart and Carlin. You're welcome. Are you? Really, here we are on ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York app, and on YouTube. Is Bartholomew in the building? Anyone? Is the caller there? Have at it, Chunky. Show's all yours again. He will be here momentarily. I'm sure he's in the building because he is rarely late. 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. And, of course, you can be a part of the show by watching it over on ESPN New York's YouTube page. there's a lot to get to here. We have today, as we do each and every Thursday, Jason McCourty coming up at 10:30. He will have the Jets and the Ravens this weekend, so we will be discussing that, among other things. We will also delve into the betting side with our friend Joe Fortenbaugh, who joins us in everything life-related with Joe, as we do at 11:45 a little bit later on. What we will start with, though, is last night, the Knicks finding a way against what I would term to be a not-so-great team, frankly. That was a team that was a little bit beat up. And as we know, we have not seen Kyrie Irving all year. What's going on with you? Like, what the hell is this? Here's the thing.
I was here 20 minutes ago.
Well, what the hell are you doing?
Every single parking spot that I know that I've been getting away with for parking for free since I've been here was taken. And then the worst part is, I went to my final spot, and it's a place where it's for 2 parking spots. The guy parked in the middle.
All right, well, that guy should be arrested.
Listen.
Listen. There's often things, there's nothing worse than that. Even when you go into, not even that on the street, but even in a parking lot, when somebody is clearly parked by themselves and they have parked their tires right across that white line as if they were trying to use it as to center the car. And
don't want nobody to hit your Miata. Like, bro, are you kidding me, man? I say, almost because I got a truck.
Hang on. Back up a second. You get the free parking virtually all the time.
Correct.
It would kill you to pull into a lot for a day. No. Like, I don't have the free parking. I can't get the free parking.
No, here's the problem.
I'm $40 in every day. Doesn't matter whether I pay it on the street or pay it in the lot. I'm paying it.
No, here's the problem. The Hellcat and all my smaller cars are gone, so nobody wants to take my.
Do you know how this sounds?
No, listen.
The Hellcat's not available right now, so, kind of screwed.
No. Leo, this is what the deal is. Nobody takes ESVs. It's like, charge me, bro, it doesn't matter. You'll take a pickup truck. But
ESV is what?
Escalade, the longer version.
Oh.
So nobody will park it. That's the problem. You try and pull into a parking lot.
They triple charge you for that.
No, they won't let you in. They'll tell you, no. Like, bro, it's no longer than a pickup truck. I see a damn Chevrolet Silverado 3500. Like, who cares? It's not even that much longer than a regular SUV. But when you pull into it, any SUVs around here, just around here, anywhere else, they'll take it. It's only like 2 or 3 parking lots, one uptown, like underneath on 57th Street. So, like, if I don't park on the street, I can't park.
There's a lot that is not an underground lot.
Even the ones, they don't care. I think they think that it's taking 15% too much space. Like, they won't take it. Like, as soon as you come, they're like, no. Like, man.
The plight of Bart.
I'm like, no D's. No D's. How about that, buddy? But I drive that because every once in a while I come outside and I got to scratch some paint on there or something. And so I much rather drive the 2015 Escalade and let people bang that up.
No, that's fair. That's fair, because when it says, if you pull into a parking lot in the city and it says, we're not responsible for any damages,
Right.
Pucker up. I mean, stop with that crap. Stop.
What a bailout.
Stop. With the moves that I have seen guys pull in those parking lots. There was one time uptown. I may have told you this story on the air, but there was one time where I went uptown, parked the car in a lot, and I was like, a minute later, whatever it was, and it cost me $71 as opposed to like $34.
Oh, yeah.
And I just said to the guy, and I was with my friend Kristen, and I said, it's amazing what you people get away with. And she looks at me and says, that's racist. I'm like, no, it has nothing to do with this race. That's anti-Parkist.
Yo,
that's Parkist is what that is.
Bro, I was in Philadelphia. I was in Philadelphia because I was coming back. I stopped to get something to eat on my way driving back, and I pull into a parking lot. It's like, that'd be $50. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Wait a second. You stopped to get something to eat, and in Philadelphia they're charging you $50 to park?
But that's not even the crazy part. Dude looked at me and said, that'll be $20 cash now. I said, what? I said,
the equivalent of saying, how much does it cost? How much you got?
But even more diabolical than that, what the owners of that parking lot is doing is getting cash that's off the books and then getting credit that's on the books.
Oh, no, I don't know if it was the owners of the lot that was seeing that 20 cash.
No. Like, I think
that guy was.
No, I can look at this guy. He wasn't getting cash.
No.
It was built into the total.
Right.
So, like, the total is, you ever go to, like, some of these old school pizza joints that's about by these Italians? And you go in there. No, I'm just saying.
I know. I hear you.
And on
I'm
there,
just not responding.
it says cash only.
Yeah.
So it's cash only, but you got an ATM inside of the pizza shop.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a common.
Yeah.
That is a common grift.
But why do you think they do that?
Because they can get the $3 fee out of the ATM.
And they don't have to report how much money they brought in.
So that is a double hit.
So that way that you don't have to pay taxes or anything, and you don't have to report how much money or how much profit you made.
How much did this deli make last year? $9.
Yeah, exactly.
Really? You're amazing to be able to stay open like that. Well, we got a great deal on rent.
We're really behind, yo. We actually lost money. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of spoiled mozzarella. But listen, being a businessman or not even businessman, owning my Amazon shop, you find all these nuanced holes and loopholes because you're getting screwed, like employee taxes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like ADP, I might have a payroll of a certain amount. ADP, just for doing the transactions, $6,000.
I'd like to be clear. It doesn't matter what your background is, race, religion, anything. Everybody is always looking to screw you. That's it.
Equal opportunity.
That is common among all people, and I think we can agree on that. They're always looking to screw you.
We've always been there, had that contractor. Well, I got to charge you New Jersey tax and this for doing this. You'd be like, cash. Well, I got to kind of report cash. And then, I had cash. Yeah, cash is king. Like, this job never existed. You know what I'm saying? All this money going straight to my pocket.
What's it like knowing that you're going to hand over $1,000 cash to somebody and later that day it's going to end up buried in a wall?
Everybody, that's what I love and hate about the city. Everybody got to hustle, man.
Oh, no, everybody's got the handout. Everybody's getting the taste.
Everybody got to hustle.
Oh, no doubt.
You got to pay to play everywhere around here, man.
I remember one time I was down at University of Georgia. I was working for SiriusXM, and we were on a college training camp tour. They showed me this new indoor practice facility.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, it cost $30 million, and I'm thinking 30. In New Jersey, that's 90 because everybody's getting a taste.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not just because it's in the South.
Oh, yeah. Try and get your cement around here and see how much it costs you. Could cost you a little, could cost you a lot. But it's definitely going to cost you.
What's the day?
Exactly.
Have you ever had it happen? Have you ever had the person actually say to you, how much does it cost? How much you got?
Yeah.
I had that one. I only had that once.
I say, not a lot. Not a lot.
See, I was stupid. I was a kid. It was when I was first going to college. My car broke down. I was trying to get it towed.
He put his money out like, this much? Like, oh.
No, I didn't do that. But he's like, I'm like, how much is this going to cost? And the guy said, how much you got? I said, $100? Well, it costs $100. Okay, sir. I was 17.
Just give her no change. Don't worry. That's exactly how much it costs.
What a coincidence. It is Bart Carlin on ESPN Radio, on the ESPN New York app, on ESPN New York, I should say. And, of course, on the YouTube as well. We want you to be a part of the show at 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. I was going to start with the Knicks last night, but I got to tell you, there wasn't that much interesting out of the game.
It's like they played down to their competition. This is a team they should have blown out. This is a team that only won, I think, 6 games? You know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, did you call that call? Did Jordan push off? I don't know if you make that call.
I understand, but
yeah, he hooked him, but come on, man. Like,
put it this way: if it was Kyrie, they wouldn't have made that call.
Right, but I get it. If it was Kyrie, he wouldn't have made that call. But it was Shamit Gardner. It ain't like
I know.
It ain't like the brick was. You know what I'm saying? To somebody like that, like you can't do that to the GOATs.
No, I understand.
Shout out Shamit too, man. Listen, you know what I love? I love in sports where one man's trash is another man's treasure. Shamit was a guy that was rarely used underneath Thibodeau. And, like, when he played in the playoffs, it's because he had to, and he showed up. And I'm glad that, off the rip, Mike Brown has seen value in what Shamit does. What did he say? Don't tell me what he can't do. Tell me what he can do.
I love that.
What is he? He's a guy that cuts great off the ball and cuts to the basket. So I want that element in my game. As the ball touches the paint, comes out, I want to be able to give him an opportunity. He deserves a chance to have a greater role here. That's what I love. I love when a new coach comes in and all of a sudden new players are doing stuff. He's like, yo, where was this last year? Yeah, this bum had me doing that. It's like when I was listening to Rudy Gay, and they was like, listen, we know you Rudy Gay and you can get to the basket and all the stuff you've done. All we want you to do is sit in this corner right here and shoot threes. He's like, I ain't even a three-point shooter. He's like, this is what we want you to do. So I love the fact that Shamit has found a way to be relevant again, because what happens is when you see guys in places and they get stuck in places and they got this role and they don't have a role, your value plummets because people think you can't play anymore. In reality, the coach doesn't see value in you or those particular systems. That's why I like when a guy finds a perfect marriage between a system and his skill set, because a lot of guys in this league that can play, people don't think they can play, but it's because they're pigeonholed in a place where people can't, get value, especially if you're drafted there. Hey, how's your boy doing, by the way?
Who, Dylan Harper?
No, not him.
Ace?
Yeah. Ace, see, like Dylan, I expect Dylan to do what he does.
And he's banged up, too. He's out right now.
Ace?
Dylan.
Oh, what I love about Ace is, like, he was controversial, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think quietly he's probably going to go in Utah, and he's probably going to be right there for everybody want to go to Cooper Flag trip. I think Ace is going to mess around and have a special season. And I love when guys are criticized and they come out and they make everybody eat pie, humble pie.
Ace is at 9 points a game for 3.5 rebounds a game. He's playing 20 minutes a night. That's where he is right now.
In a game more.
They may be winning a little bit too much there.
Yeah.
They're 5-9.
That's a good team, though.
I know, but
they got interesting pieces.
They've got Markkanen, they've got Walker Kessler,
Sessions,
guys like that. Although he's banged up. You know what's amazing to me, and I'd like to get into this. First of all, if you guys are huge basketball people, or a basketball fan that just wants to get more, if you don't listen to the Hoop Collective, you're missing out, because between Brian Windhorst, Tim McMahon, Tim Bontemps, it is a fantastic educational 45 minutes in the car if you're getting it. Last night, I'm sitting there doing some work on Rutgers, Ohio State this weekend, and ESPN2 puts up all of the podcasts, and they have the video of it. I'm sitting there listening. Do you realize how many of the top players in the league right now are injured? It is amazing. It's like 13
Already?
of the top 25 players right now either are injured or have spent multiple games injured this season.
Wemby has the foot right. LeBrick made his debut a couple days ago.
Yeah, 2 nights ago.
And you ask yourself, how they injured so early coming from, the season just started.
Well, you know what? It's everybody, and according to these guys, and these guys are as well-sourced as it gets, from talking to people across the league as they are, the one thing that keeps coming up is pace of play, is how fast teams are getting up and down the floor right now. And if you look at how absurd it is with the league, with the nights off, we can talk about that, and we should. But at the same time, these guys are not playing nearly as much and are getting hurt more, and it's the soft tissue injuries because of the pace of play. And listen, I don't know what you do about that.
Yeah.
You just have to keep trying to weather through it and hope that you're the best conditioned team.
Well, we know what happens is, just like in training camp, you get hurt earlier before you get in the proper shape because you're pushing yourself, because your preseason, all that type of stuff, it's just like in football. You either get injured really early, then it kind of settles down, then you get some late stuff because guys are fatigued, and you're leaving yourself vulnerable. So you come at this pace of play and you shorten your rotation, and now you're playing guys and they're playing fast because they're competitors and they're competing. That's why I love what Mike Brown is doing, though, because the pace of play is up. But, man, he goes 10, 15 deep. And that was the issue, and that's why people are always concerned with Tibbs' teams, because he knows he grinds you down, right? So when you look at Mike Brown, he goes 10 deep in his rotations. It's going to be fascinating to see how this team plays and if he shortens these rotations up when he gets to the playoffs. But, who's going to be worse for wear? How fresh now will Bridges be? How fresh will, OG be? How fresh will Cat be? Because Cat is nuanced. I feel like you got to push him to get him in the proper shape, to throw him, make everybody – I would say everybody run, make Cat feel bad that he can't keep up, right? Because you need him in a certain condition when you shorten the rotation up to have the type of conditioning to be able to play more minutes and play at the speed that you want.
Basically, you're asking everybody to – not basically, you're asking everybody to shame him,
yes,
so to speak.
To make him keep up, because if you play at his pace, then he'll slow the game down. But then when you need him, when the game speeds up in the playoffs, and you want to play at that fast pace, he can't keep up, and that's when he gets injured.
Well, right now, the amount of injuries around the league and what's going on is staggering, and it's because of pace of play. So let's throw this together with the amount of games, with where they are as a whole as a league with playing stars, everything that they have tried to do to build up more interest, whether it's the NBA Cup, whether it's the play-in, everything that they have tried to do to add more intrigue to the regular season, I hate to say it, we're kind of striking out here. Because when you have one team, and I know they got fined $100,000 for it, but you have Cleveland last week literally give guys the day off. You don't even make up excuses. And you let them leave town while you're playing.
What?
Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell and who was the other one? There was a Mobley. Mobley. Donovan Mitchell was at a Louisville game.
I thought he had that day off.
No, that was a game day.
Oh, damn.
That was a game day. So the league fined them $100,000 for that. But and it wasn't even Donovan's shaking up. No, it's a rest day. He's going to rest. You're going to get on a plane, go to Louisville, and hang out there.
Wow.
That's what we're talking about. Bart, I was telling Johnny Pickens this before the game, or before the show. This is probably 15 years ago, easy. This is 2008, 2009. I was filling in during the preseason. It was the fourth preseason game for the Giants and the Patriots.
Yeah.
And it was in New England. And I had a friend who worked in the Patriots front office, and he was trying to set up Belichick for me for a one-on-one for a pregame. So I went to their office. And all of a sudden, this is before the game. Again, it's fourth preseason game. All of these players come walking down the hall, led by Brady, all walking out the front door. And they're getting their preseason paychecks at the time. And somebody handed Brady his, and he said, is that going to cover dinner tonight in the North End? And he's like, I don't know, maybe not. And he kept walking out the door. The players left the stadium before the fourth preseason game. Belichick wasn't even making them stay.
That's how you know that it was time for Belichick to go.
But that's 15 years ago.
15. Wow.
That's back in the middle of the run.
Damn.
The first run.
Oh, Brady.
That's 2008.
Brady looked at Bill like, look at me. I the captain now.
No, but Bill didn't care.
He didn't care?
No, Bill, they were literally walking through Bill's office, and it wasn't a sign of rebellion. It was, no, you guys don't have to stay for this. Get out of here. We're evaluating the 53rd and 52nd and 53rd man on the roster.
But I was loosey-goosey. We was loosey-goosey with Billick, and we were loosey-goosey with Rex. We never got that. I mean, Mark got demolished for eating a hot dog.
I mean, this is what I'm talking about, though. It was a preseason game.
Yeah.
This is, no, we have a regular season game. You got the night off. Take off.
Take the
Go
G5.
Go hang out in Louisville.
Take the G5.
Because I'll never forget, this is 2 weeks ago or whatever it was, there's video of him courtside talking to the Louisville players and the coach.
Bro, I watched.
Wait a minute. Is that Donovan Mitchell? Don't they play tonight?
I watched it. I just didn't know he had a game. I saw him at the game. I'm like, man, that's cool. He still go. But I guess technically Cleveland and Louisville, Kentucky is like damn near touch each other.
No, Cleveland's not.
Well,
Louisville, Kentucky, and
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati and like
but come on.
Indianapolis are all kind of within 2 hours of each other.
But he got the G5. I mean, so you right back down. That's like a 20-minute flight.
Okay, still. Point is, out of the state. Out of the state. The Cavs were in Miami. They weren't even home. They were in Miami.
Oh, damn. Okay. Never mind.
He took the night off, and not only that, he took the night off when they were in Miami.
Wow.
Flew back to Louisville.
As we see, man, that's disrespectful, man.
Disrespectful to South Beach.
Yeah, right. Why wouldn't you want to go to South?
Anyway, point being,
we got some work in Louisville.
But the league has got nice. The league has got this problem that they continue to try to fix, and all it does is aggravate people. I need to go and look and see. Like, for instance, I would love to know, and I should know this, bad job by me, did Jimmy Butler play in Miami last night, 2 nights ago? Because they were playing down in Miami. I bet you he didn't.
You thought he stayed? Low management day?
I bet you it absolutely was. Jimmy Butler didn't play.
Wow.
No. Steph Curry didn't play. Draymond didn't play. You want to hear the starting lineup for the Golden State Warriors
Why
last
everybody
night?
disrespecting Miami like
listen
that?
to this. This is the starting lineup for the Warriors last night. Trace Jackson Davis, Guy Santos, Moses Moody, Brendan Podziemski, Will Richard. That was the lineup last night for the Warriors in Miami. With coming off the bench, Buddy Hield, Gary Payton II, Pat Spencer, and Quentin Post. And then the rest, Kuminga did not play, leg injury. Who Kuminga wants out anyway.
Did they sign Wiseman to a 2-day?
I mean, honestly, think about that. Jimmy Butler going back to Miami, and Kerr was setting. At least Kerr sets it up for like a week. Yeah, I'm not feeling that great right now.
We were a little
need
older.
to get him some rest. Back-to-backs, all those kinds. I don't know how the league solves these problems. This is getting so out of hand.
Well,
and please do not come with we need to shorten the regular season, because, guys, it's not happening. You know it's not happening. There's no way the players are giving up the revenue of the extra games because they'd have to take salary cuts.
Yeah.
And there's no way the owners are taking less games in their buildings.
Yep.
The networks are taking less inventory.
You got the back-to-backs. Could you imagine, like these games are made, like, oh, you know how the NFL is? Like, how great you say they were. Oh, man, how did they know? First game out the gate, Aaron Rodgers versus the Jets. So they like, oh, Jimmy Butler going back to Miami. And no Jimmy Butler. And then, you got Charles and Ernie.
No Jimmy, no Steph, no Draymond last night.
But the thing is, like, when you set that up with the networks, you like no Ernie, like Ernie and Shaq, and somebody get a game like that. Like, what the hell are we supposed to talk about? I don't even know these dudes. Chuck is known to not know who the hell, like, deep in the bench.
How many of those players, how many of those guys I just mentioned in the lineup did Chuck know? He probably knew Moses Moody, Podziemski, and maybe Trace Jackson Davis. Other than that, Will Richard, I don't know if Chuck was kind of locked in on Santa Clara basketball.
He's like, oh yeah, he a good point guard, like,
or Florida basketball, I should say.
Like Chuck, he's a center.
Podziemski was Santa Clara.
Like Chuck, he's a center, not a point guard. How the hell am I supposed to know?
But I don't blame Chuck. I have an idea that I want to run past you.
Yeah.
But the problem is we keep throwing out all these ideas. This is what the league's trying to do, and I don't know what they're supposed to do. And I want to hear from people who are paying these prices and going to these games.
Give us suggestions. Just think, a lot of these fans, you know, they plan these games out for big games, and they're trying to make sure they take their kid or somebody out. You go see that? You got a lot of your kid. No, that's Steph Curry right there. He just changed jerseys. That's McFlurry. They put did his brother make the team?
Seth?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's on the roster.
You throw Seth.
He's not.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Ooh. Us Pistons need a shooter.
All right, relax. Bart Carlin, ESPN, New York at 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. We will get into this and want to hear from you on what you expect to try to fix this, because God forbid anybody play 30 minutes a night. It's so incredibly taxing. Now, the problem is getting up and down the floor, and I get how difficult that can be in when you're asking them to do it night in and night out, and the pace at which the game is played now.
I'm glad
stop making excuses.
I'm glad we're about to take a break. I can call Isaiah, get Steph Curry. We need shooters.
800.
Detroit basketball.
I think I just turned the show off. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in with those you care about, and to remind ourselves that we're not alone. As seasons change and days grow darker sooner, it can be a tough time for many. This November, BetterHelp's encouraging everyone to reach out, check in on friends, reconnect with loved ones, and remind the people in your life that you're there. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. Short questionnaire helps you identify your needs and preferences, and our 12-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means we typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from our tailored recommendations. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
In the Bronx, we have a backup on the southbound Hutchinson Parkway at the drawbridge. It's a crash there southbound, northbound rubbernecking. New York State Thruway coming into the Garden State Parkway at Rockland, the Garden State Parkway connector. Accident blocking the left lane on southbound New York State Thruway. Goethals Bridge, Jersey bound, broken down vehicle. Right lane is closed, and the FDR Drive northbound has got a conked out car northbound in the right lane, 15th Street. I'm Bob Williams on 880 ESPN, New York.
At Jake's 58 Casino Hotel this November, it's your chance to gobble up the green and feast on your share of $55,000 cash. Earn entries all month long and join us on Friday, November 28th from 4 to 6 p.m. 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win up to $10,000 cash. Then at 7 p.m., one lucky winner will take home a grand prize of $20,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Score or win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Cars for Kids, KARS, Cars for Kids, 1-877 Cars for Kids, donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids, donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids, KARS, Cars for Kids, 1-877 Cars for Kids, donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Boombaka and Tom Bauer.
Versus.
I think I can win that battle.
Welcome, Joe Leo.
Drop your hot fire.
Jason McCourty is with us as he is each and every week at this time. He has got Jets Ravens this week. He, of course, ESPN NFL analyst. J-Mac, what's up, bud? How are you?
What's happening, guys? How you doing?
Maintaining. You entering the Bart Bowl, man. First of all, when you go down there, are you going down to Baltimore early?
No.
Oh man, I was gonna tell you go to my boy spot, Black Swan. Jamil McClain owns a nice restaurant down there.
I've heard of it, but it won't be this trip. I'm lucky I'm not flying in Sunday. I'm not taking the train up Sunday morning.
Are you going in early? No.
This ain't the Bum Bowl, is it? This ain't the Bum Bowl.
No, okay. It's not the Bum Bowl because the Ravens The Ravens have started to put it back together, and this is kind of where I want to start before we get to some of the locals, J-Mac. The Ravens are one of these teams, like the Chiefs, like the Bills, who obviously have been powerhouses in the AFC for a while. And then you've got the new teams that are up top there right now. A couple of the teams I just mentioned aren't even in the playoffs. But I'm having trouble finding myself even yet. And I asked about the Patriots last week, but the Patriots are where they are. We're obviously seeing some of these other teams like the Colts come up. What am I to believe? Is it the time for the new teams and these older ones are on the way out? Or are we closing the door too soon?
Definitely, you can't close the door right now. I think what you just said, when you look at some of those what we would consider old teams and some of the things that they're still doing, what Josh Allen did this past Sunday against Tampa Bay on his own. I think the issue with some of these teams we're looking at, I don't think Lamar Jackson is playing his particularly best football right now. Now, that Ravens defense, since they acquired Alohi Gilman, has been a completely different thing. I think you look at Kansas City, there's moments where we see the Mahomes magic and we see Kelsey make a nice catch and run, but then we watch Mahomes to start that game, 2 passes down the field as Xavier Worthy wide open and then has Tyquan Thornton wide open and just misses on those plays. We haven't seen some of those signature Kansas City Chiefs plays where McDuffie comes free on a blitz or Chris Jones gets a sack fumble in the crucial part of the game. I think that's the part where it's hard to believe. I think when you talk about those teams, and specifically those 3 quarterbacks, you start to look at it and you're like, all right, well, what team, whether it's the Broncos, whether it's the Patriots, whether it's the Colts, you want to see Mahomes in the wild card in the playoffs? Like, I don't think so. And I think that's the part where you can't count these teams out. And I think the other part of it, you look at the Chargers, how banged up they are on the offensive line, and then you look at Jacksonville, how much do you believe in Trevor Lawrence and that group that they're going to be able to keep some of these teams out of the playoffs like Baltimore and Kansas City?
Okay. We know every great run has like a changing of the guard. And, Mahomes, they'll have to rebuild. He's still young enough where they can rebuild around him. But, you were uniquely like qualified to kind of answer this. Because when did you know in New England that it was over, that you weren't the big bad wolf anymore, and teams had caught up to you, and it was going to have to be some changes? Because we've been waiting for this to happen for Kansas City for a while, and we thought we wrote in their obituary a couple of times, and they've always seem to find a way to kind of make us eat crow.
Yeah, in New England, it was so different because you think about it. Brady's last year there was 2019. In 2018, we won the Super Bowl. So we got to 2019, and to start that season, that was the year we came down to MetLife. Our defense was number one in the NFL that year, and some of it was we were playing some terrible quarterbacks throughout the stretch of going undefeated. But we felt like all throughout that 2019 season, like we were going back to the Super Bowl, and then every wide receiver felt like they got hurt. Now, for us, it was easy to tell the dynasty, the run, the big bad Wolves was over because in March, Brady signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And so we knew from the very start, like it was a wrap. And it was awesome to get Cam Newton in there and all of that. But we damn sure knew we weren't going back to the Super Bowl that next year. And I can remember throughout the course of that season looking at my brother in meetings, we had lost 2 or 3 straight games. And I'm like, see, bro, I told you, like, it ain't the best thing in the world, but you can still have fun when your team is trash. You find a reason to laugh in a team meeting still. Like you find your little windows of happiness amidst some of all the adversity and the misery of losing every week. So I was happy I got to go through that with him so he could feel some of the pain that I was feeling for the majority of my career.
Jason McCourty is with us, ESPN NFL analyst, and on CBS he's got the Jets and the Ravens this week. With the Jets, they make the switch to Tyrod Taylor. I mean, was this just something that just had to happen given everything we've seen with Fields?
I believe so. I think in the midst of your Aaron Glenn and you're trying to evaluate your roster and evaluate your offense, I think you needed to make that change to be able to see not only with Tyrod Taylor, he's a veteran, you know what you're getting out of him. He's probably not going to be there next year, but it allows you to evaluate the rest of the offense to see who's blocking properly, who can go out there, run a route, and catch a pass. And I think the difference between those two quarterbacks, I think Tyrod Taylor is going to take some chances. It felt like with Justin Fields, for one, with the play calling, they didn't want to put him out there too much. And then when they did call some of those plays, you felt like he was just hesitant to really cut it loose and throw the ball down the field and maybe fear of making a mistake. Now, I will say, you watched the game Thursday night, like the guys out there on the field got to make some plays for him as well when he is throwing the football. So I think it goes hand in hand. And I think sometimes you get to a point in the season where for your locker room, you have to make a change to get a spark, to get a little bit more hope, a little bit more belief. And I think Tyrod Taylor gives them a little bit more of that. Now, for Tyrod, you got to get ready. If I'm Baltimore and I'm looking at even when Tyrod gets in there, he'll hold the ball a little bit longer as well. Like I'm coming after him. So I would expect that Ravens defense to dial up the pressure, Zach Orr, and try to force him to have to get the ball away with somebody in his face all afternoon.
We've all kind of been here, right, when we know that we're not going to the playoffs. Mm-hmm. And the only thing that kind of makes us feel good is the fact that we can be Buck Nasty, the world's greatest hater, that if I can't go to the playoffs, you ain't going to. Like, talk about, like, those times and how you found, because at this point, your body hurts and you're like, and in practice is like, you can feel like practice is starting to shorten up and you don't know if well, we know that Aaron Glenn and the coaches care because this is a new regime. But, players know that, hey, I'm probably not going to be here next year. Like, what was that process? How did you get yourself mentally ready to make sure that you perform on those type of days where it's just like, man, I got to find it from somewhere today?
I think the big thing is when you realize you're not ready for your career to be over. I had a defensive coordinator, Greg Williams, who was an absolute nutcase, and he used to say to us every single day, hey, every day's an interview. Every day's an interview. When you get tired of competing, it's time to hang the cleats up and retire. And I think that's the reality of being in the NFL. When you're going through a bad season, Bart, like you just said, you look at the roster, the one thing that you know is going to happen is that it's going to be a complete changeover. That's when we see in training camp, when you see 60% of the roster is different because they got rid of everybody. And I think with the Jets roster specifically, look at Quincy Williams. It was, I think, 2 weeks ago we were on here and we were talking about the fact that they said that they were benching him and didn't start the game. Look at the way he's played the last 2 weeks, flying around the football field, making tackles, playing with energy. I think that's a prime example that if you're on that roster, and then as the season goes on, more and more guys are getting opportunities, banged up in the secondary, and you watch that game Thursday night, and there's too many open guys for New England. So you're getting evaluated whether you win or lose the game. And I think to your point, Bart, where you say, hey, I'm not going to be playing with this collective group of people next year. We can go out here and be spoilers of the Baltimore Ravens. We can now add a ton of question marks to their roster and to their management of what they're doing this offseason if they don't make the playoffs. So you find ways to bound together to have some type of common goal beyond just making it to the playoffs. And you also talking about where your vacation is booked, because you can already book your flight because you know when the last day of the season is.
Get them pies. You start seeing them pies in neighborhoods like, oh, yeah, they pre-packing.
Jason McCourty with us. I'm curious your take on what to look for this week from Shedeur. We know what it'll look like if it looks good statistically, but what are the things that the average person should look out for to try to figure out whether or not he can play or there's a lot of promise there or not when he's making his first start?
I think the first thing is going to get the ball out on time. I think with Shedeur coming out of Colorado, that was the knock on him. Everyone killed the offensive line, but how long he holds on to the football, I think, will be the biggest thing. The second thing for Shedeur to me is when you look at him, his superpower is his accuracy and his ability to stand in the pocket. It's a gift and a curse because he's comfortable there, and he had a 20-something yard pass to Harold Fannin over the middle, and that's the part that you want to see. So I think the big thing is last week he enters the game where Dylan Gabriel was the starting quarterback. And the week before when they played against the New York Jets, the one thing that Tommy Rees, their offensive coordinator who had just gained play calling, what he tried to do was get Dylan Gabriel out of the pocket as much as possible. A smaller quarterback standing behind the line, when that thing starts to cave in, he can't see down the field just by the nature of his size. So he tried to move him out. So Shedeur is playing in a game plan in which that was practiced all week long. So I think going into this week against Vegas, it now affords him the opportunity to have a game plan built around him, for him to have those conversations with Tommy Rees. Hey, I like this, I don't like that. And to get that type of availability from him, I think will go a long way. But that, to me, is the main thing, the operation, getting in and out of all of those things that come along with quarterback. But can he get the ball out, throw it on time? Because if you're Vegas and you watch the plays that he was in that second half, the one thing you know, I'm bringing DBs off the edge who are doing late blitzes because of how long he holds on to the ball, and they were hitting home on him all afternoon.
You know, I guess – you know, like I feel like Shedeur was forced on Stefanski, and he's not a fan. It's not his type of quarterback. And you know, now he's to the point where he has to play him because where else do you go? You let Joe Flacco go. Dylan's in the protocol. But I guess what I'm trying to find out or see if this is a scenario. We talk about these multiverse and metaverse, all these different outcomes and scenarios. Is it a scenario where maybe he plays good enough, but Cleveland's going to decide to draft a quarterback? You know, Shedeur reportedly didn't go to Baltimore or told Baltimore not to draft him because he didn't want to be a backup. And I guess what I'm trying to see, is it a scenario where he plays good enough where he can ask to be traded for in a place where he can be in a place like New York or with the Jets, where the Jets kind of have a bridge year where maybe their quarterback may not be in the draft this year, but we know the big one is 2027, to maybe give Shedeur an opportunity to have a starting role at least for a year to prove itself. Because the Jets, if you don't know, I think next year is going to be paying their two quarterbacks like $48 million. So
against the cap, not paying.
Against the cap. Yeah. So they may look for a bridge guy to kind of cheap type of scenario. I know I said a lot.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I do think there's a scenario in which that happens. If I'm Shedeur, like, I'm just not thinking that far down the road. To me, this is an opportunity, and Jimmy Haslam, their owner, had already said this year he wanted to see both quarterbacks play. So I do think at some point Shedeur Sanders was going to get his opportunity to play. So if I'm Shedeur right now, I just want to play well enough that it keeps Dylan Gabriel on the bench. Like, I can't even think about what next year may look like if Cleveland drafts a quarterback. I right now need to prove as a fifth-round draft pick, which we both know I was a sixth-round draft pick, you got to prove that you belong in the NFL. I think that's the biggest thing. Your quarterback play has to give your team a chance to win. So if you're him, that is the main thing I'm trying to get out of, whether it's just this week in Las Vegas or whether I get the next 2-3 weeks, or if I can finish out the season when the season ends. Because to that point, if he plays well enough that they can trade him, hell, Cleveland may say we still may want to draft a quarterback high, but Shador may give us the best chance to win if something happens, and we're moving on from Dylan Gabriel, and we're keeping Shador as our backup quarterback, whether he wants to be that or not. I think that's just the nature of this business for both of those guys. There's a chance that Cleveland finishes the season, and they're saying, we don't feel like we have a franchise quarterback with either one of them. And I think if Cleveland feels that way, I don't know that another team is going to be saying, hey, we want to trade assets to go ahead and get one of those guys.
I don't know if you're old enough to remember Miss Cleo, Call Me Now, the TV psychic. But if you had to play Madam or Mr. Cleo, and you had to pick which one of these teams or from the AFC is kind of going to falter, and we're going to be asking questions about, which one do you think is it Kansas City, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, or Jacksonville? Like, who do you think is going to be left holding the bag? Like, I can't believe that they didn't come through.
Well, I can't be Mr. Cleo. I'm happily married, Bart. So I'll stick with what I am.
I know if you're a polygamist or not.
To that point, I think what scares me is the Chargers and their offensive line. I think as hot of a start they've gotten out to, not having Joe Alt, I think, is going to be a huge thing. And I think that's the fear for me that surrounds the Chargers. I'm not really a believer in the Steelers, so I don't know that they falter. I feel really good about the Baltimore Ravens winning that division. So I don't want to put them up there because they're not there right now in my mind regardless. So I would say that the Chargers are the team that I have fear in. And to be honest with you, Chargers, Jacksonville, I have more faith that one of the teams, like a Kansas City Chiefs, is going to end up in that wild card spot than both of those teams at the bottom.
Jason McCourty, he has got the Jets and the Ravens this weekend on CBS. Of course, ESPN NFL analyst. Appreciate it, man. We'll talk next week.
Yes, sir.
Go to Baltimore early, man.
Maybe next year.
Did you ever call Miss Cleo? You ever call the 900 numbers?
I thought about it. But, that was back in the day where it'd tell your phone bill up. My mom wasn't going to kill me.
I got
remember they used to have jukebox where you want to see a video, you call and pay for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had some cousins that it didn't go well.
800-919-3776.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
At the 5-yard line, handoff Breece Hall, finds a crease, runs left, he's into the end zone for a Jet touchdown. Jets fans, clear the runway and be at MetLife Stadium for Week 13 as your New York Jets take on the Atlanta Falcons. Sunday, November 30th at 1 p.m., presented by New Jersey Lottery. Join us as we celebrate First Responders Day. Don't miss your chance to be at the game. Lock in your seats now at nyjets.com/tickets. Once again, that's nyjets.com/tickets.
This is the Michael Kay Show.
The Giants are kind of like the Wild Wild West. How is it possible for rookies to be running this wild? When you see teams that are bad, there's a reason they're bad. There's something wrong in the building. And with the Giants, there's something wrong in the building. There's got to be some level of discipline. There just has to be. How could there not be? You let Cam Scatterable put himself in harm's way?
The Michael Kay Show. Weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube. The post-crib assembly press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Michael, you had some trouble putting the crib together today. What went wrong?
You know, those instructions can be tough, and, well, you saw the outcome.
Were you upset when your wife pulled you and called in the backup?
No, I mean, the baby needs a crib to sleep in, so whatever it takes.
You've got a changing table to put together next. It's got a lot of drawers. What's your comment?
You know what? We're done here.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
On eBay, every find has a story. Like if you're looking for a vintage band tee, not just any tee, the band tee. You wore it everywhere until your best friend stole it. Now you're on eBay, and there it is. Same tee from the same tour. The things you love have a way of finding their way back to you, especially on eBay. Where else can you find that mint trading card you searched everywhere for, or your first car, the one you wish you never sold? It has to be eBay. Shop eBay for millions of finds, each with a story. eBay, things people love.
This holiday season, Target has your back with irresistibly cool gifts for everyone on your list. For the trendsetter, start with affordable beauty kits and gift sets. Need something the whole fam will love? Grab snuggly matching fits in every size and style. And for the thrill seekers, don't forget the hottest toys and tech of the season. Target's got you covered with the best deals for endless fun. Shop in store or online. And step into the holidays with Target. Restrictions apply.
Talk about stepping up. Bang! Bang! It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
ESPN New York is throwing a holiday party you don't want to miss. Join us Friday, December 12th at your mother's house in Garden City Park. We'll be broadcasting the Michael K. Show live from 1 to 3, followed by Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg from 3 to 7, all while supporting a great cause. Bring a toy to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation and help make the season brighter for local kids in need. It's the ESPN New York Holiday Party, Friday, December 12th, brought to you by Spiked Aid, Amazon Pickup, and ESPN New York.
That's how you going with it, Leo? Ain't no half stepping.
This Saturday, 35th anniversary of The Undertaker's debut. I remember that. I was watching that pay-per-view. It was a Survivor Series.
Did he come up with Jim Cornette? Mr. Love?
Yeah. His first manager was Brother Love. His first manager. And then they got Percy Pringle to become Paul Bearer. Yeah.
Wow.
I remember that because they brought him in and he had been at WCW, but he was a monster when they first got him there.
Yeah, he tells the story about how like the Mean Mark stuff really wasn't working.
Yeah.
And then he called him and said, like he said, Vince called him and said, "Can I speak to the Undertaker?" He's like, "I'm the Undertaker."
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, exactly. Gave him the whole sketch. He was supposed to be the Undertaker, like back from. It wasn't supposed to be. He's supposed to be from the dead. He's supposed to be the Undertaker back from like the old Shootout Corral days.
Oh,
right. And then it morphed into like he's the dead man.
Yeah, I mean, there's no. I would argue he may be the greatest that there has been.
Yeah,
and I mean, we can talk about Flair. We can talk about all the others. I'm just talking about
longevity,
athleticism, and ability for as long as he had it.
I mean, what was it like? 20 WrestleManias he didn't lose. He finally lost
26.
Yeah.
I think it was 26. I think it was 26 WrestleManias or 20. Maybe it was 22. I don't remember specifically. It was north of 20. I know that. Anyway, Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app. Let's check in with David and Elizabeth to start us off on ESPN New York. What's up, D? D
underwater, man. His boss just came through. He ran. Like, hold on. Wait.
I'm sure he'll check back. Al in Morristown next is no, he's not. He's gone too.
Damn.
All right, good start. We're off to a good start.
We're off to an
Al
excellent
dropped
start.
us off. What the hell's going on? Our phone's not working. Anyway, whatever.
Did we pay our bill?
No, the thing I was going to bring up as we wait for some of those calls to get back up. is we're always constantly looking for ways to change how you can improve the interest in the NBA, and the league has tried so many different things. I think the thing that we've heard about in baseball is something they need to try out in basketball. And that is when you get a chance to earn the top 2 seeds in a conference, you may have the play-in still, and that's fine. But ultimately, after the play-in, or however you want to structure it, the top 2 teams in each conference get to pick who they play.
Whoa.
I want to make that for TV, because let's say that you're a 1 seed and you don't love a matchup with an 8 seed, and you have the choice. You can play the 6, 7, or the 8. You can play any of them.
That's disrespectful.
Exactly.
Oh, that's so disrespectful.
And this is my point. We've heard about this as a possibility in baseball, and we're constantly trying to find things that are made-for-TV events. That's a made-for-TV event.
So
that is an hour-long special for sure to have the 1 seed pick who they want to play, and then you let the 2 seed pick the next one.
You got to have like the representative.
Yeah.
So the representative,
kind of like the draft. You can either have the GM or the coach, or a player or whoever,
a former player that's going to talk.
Or the Undertaker go out and do it for you to represent you and say, "We choose the Heat." I see. That's the kind of thing when we are constantly trying to figure out what is the best way to get people to watch. And what's the best way to keep players motivated later in the season? Like that would keep, at least I think, that would keep some players motivated later in the year for wanting, if you have a chance to finish in the top couple. And also, if you're at the bottom, like that, all that does, you wanted some?
Oh, that's
You're
nice.
going to get some now.
You know that happened to us. Remember, the Bengals, they rested everybody, and they knew that if they lost that game, they would play us the next week.
Right.
And they rested everybody.
With the Jets.
And we went to Cincinnati and beat the brakes off that. And that was part of it. Oh, you want us?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
See, I think that would be an amazing idea to try to get players more motivated late in the year. Think about the energy that would be in some of those series. Yeah. Those first and second round series. Like you wanted a piece, you're going to get it.
Especially
or you just go to this point. You could even let the whole thing play out with the top 4 seeds. Yeah. 1, 2, and 3. You get to choose who's left from down below. Think about that.
Because styles make fights. And
this is my point.
And you're going to have teams like the Ravens that were injured earlier going to be getting healthier. Like, we way better than what our records say we are.
We'll get a little deeper into it in moments. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN.
The Hess truck's back and it's better than ever. Roaring engines this year. Hess race cars are here.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
Hey, it's Michael K. talking to you about my friends at PC Richard & Son. They're local, family-owned, and I trust them, and you can too. Right now, get Black Friday deals throughout the store. And with their holiday price guarantee, your price is protected. If the price goes lower from now through December 24th, they will match it. You can't beat it. Plus, you get fast and free delivery. PC Richard & Son, the company you could trust for over 116 years. Free delivery excludes Manhattan.
Listen up, football fans. It's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
I want them to move forward from what happened. And they want to believe that Dable was the problem and that they eradicated the problem and now everything's going to be good. Now, we all know that Shane Bowen's going to be out of a job at the end of the year. Listen, they don't have enough talent to win a Super Bowl, but they certainly have more talent than should be 2-9. And it just looked different. It looked better.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Weekdays at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
The fall savings event continues this November at Bay Ridge Mazda. Lease the 2025 Mazda CX-30S for as low as $169 per month, or the 2025 Mazda CX-5 Select for as low as $229 per month, and get as low as 0.9% APR financing rates on select models. Plus, enjoy 1 year complimentary of Bay Ridge Plus benefits like ding and dent coverage, key replacement, windshield protection, and roadside assistance. Visit them in Brooklyn or online at BayRidgeMazda.com. Bay Ridge Mazda, where confidence comes standard. See dealer for details.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
I got a really bad paper cut yesterday because it wasn't your garden variety. It was on one of those big holiday magazines that you get.
Oh, no.
Swipe through, and all of a sudden I was like, oh! It was a big, thick book, and I put my index finger there and just swiped across. I was like, oh!
I'll tell you
and
what.
now I'm going to have to live with that.
It's probably going to be a scar.
Morning Start with DiPietro and Rothenberg. Weekdays from 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program.
Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin.
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
YouTube chat coming in, and there's a bunch of people saying this, and not just there, but I've had a couple other people mention it to me too. When you add something like a selection show, so to speak, to the NBA playoffs, you are adding a big dose of reality television to it. And frankly, it's a little bit overdue at this point to add more intrigue to what you're doing. And if you ask me, I don't think other sports would be that far behind in doing something like that. Yes, it is showing a bit of disrespect to your opponents, but at the same time, what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
I'm not spitting on you when I say that. You may take it that way, but I'm not Jamar Chase denying spitting on you. Put it that way.
Oh, man, yeah, that's a whole nother conversation as they're trying to come back. But I love the disrespect because what it does is it creates rivalries.
Yes.
Like, because what if you pick a team 2 years in a row? Why you picking on me? Like, you talk about then, that makes their regular season games intense.
It doesn't even, now that I think about it, it doesn't even just have to be the top two. I could make it the top four. In other words, I really, in that case, prioritize finishing in the top four because then they get to pick their opponents up until, all right, the fourth team really doesn't. They get stuck with whomever.
Right.
But the top three, they're going to be fighting hard for those top three spots to at least have a choice.
Yeah, you may be on to something because...
And there's a half a game to a game between the fifth team and the third team, something like that.
Because we can put it in historical perspective. The Steelers could never beat the Patriots.
Absolutely.
They never wanted to play the Patriots, no matter how good they were, because the way their defensive system was and how Brady can just pick all those linebackers apart by spreading them out, they never wanted to see them. That's why the year that the Steelers won the Super Bowl is because we beat the Patriots and then lost to them.
Yeah.
So that would be great because styles make fights and teams looking up like, this team can't play out in the cold. Yeah, let me get this. Let me get Matthew Stafford. Let me get Jared Goff out here in the cold ass weather where he struggles outside in the cold weather, and then we can knock off a big dog.
Not only that, it just adds more intrigue, more interest. I think it's motivating for players at the end of the year. I think we're still going to have the issues of getting guys to play early in the season or not playing back-to-backs and things like that. You may have to cut down. I don't know that you can possibly change how we talk about with the awards and first and second team All-NBA. 65 games to me is about as low as you could go. You can't make that into a 70-game award. Now, where the real motivation is, and again, it's for the highest of the high, is for the players who feel like they have a chance to finish first or second team All-NBA.
Oh, they need that because that's
Supermax.
Supermax. Yeah,
exactly. And that means millions and millions of dollars extra on top of their contracts that they might be playing for. There's motivation there. But again, that's only going to be motivation for a few, right? That's not going to be, I don't know if middle-of-the-pack guys are ever going to say, man, if I do this, I might got a chance at the Supermax.
Yeah.
Even those middle-of-the-pack guys, they might play well enough and actually have a big enough year to be eligible for it. Doesn't mean they're going to get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm trying to think who's the dude that was possibly Brandon Ingram or somebody like team don't even want him to get it. No.
Yeah. But
his minutes.
my whole thing is, like, if I wanted to add interest and intrigue to any of those sports now and how the playoffs are constructed and adding thus more relevancy on the regular season, that's absolutely what I would do.
Well, to your point, because sometimes you can, it's usually a place in a season where fans are kind of fatigued and they want to get to the end and see the good stuff. That's why the NBA put the tournament in, so that players have things to play for.
But nobody cares. Nobody cares about the NBA Cup. As somebody said to me this morning, first of all, I didn't even realize. I was kind of making fun of the Lakers for it. I didn't realize that the Lakers were basically made to put up a banner. I thought that was just the Lakers doing it on their own for having won the NBA Cup, in which case, I'm sure Kareem's real proud of that. Secondly, I would say that I didn't even really realize that with this, I did realize you have to beat people over the head to get them to care, to get them to even realize it's an NBA Cup game with the difference in the floor. I got to make it look like you're playing on Mars to get you to understand that there might be a little bit something different about this game.
But it has brought intrigue when they start actually playing after the qualifying places are all out. It has added intrigue there because you've seen guys say they playing hard because they trying to get that money. Like if you're the top 5 guys, that money don't mean nothing to you. If you lower, ninth man on the rotation, man, that money's life. I forgot somebody said they bought their mom a house with the money. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You got guys that got gambling debts that,
Well, now they don't have to go tank it and run and tell their friends to go bet the under on their points for a night.
Now they just win it. I think you could be onto something because you talk about that creates disdain for people if somebody keeps picking somebody and you lose. The first thing they're gonna say is, "Yeah, just what you wanted." You know what I mean? Then that's gonna make them not like them. And see, the league is too damn nice. It's no personal vendettas out no more.
These guys are hugging all that stuff, and that happens. So it's fine.
Jamar Chase spitting on Jalen Ramsey. That's gonna create some disdain
between those two, and there already was because of the division, but not at the same level.
But now that's going to create more smoke. You need controversy. You need people to take things from each other, and you can't usually do that because not all the teams are good. But if somebody pick you in the playoffs, then that's just another way where you can say, I hate them.
So this is the idea. The idea is to have teams more motivated for regular season games to mean something. Let the top 3 teams in each conference pick their opponent. Top seed picks their opponent. Second seed then picks who's left. Yeah. Third seed then picks who's left. And the 4th seed obviously plays whoever's left after that. So the point is that there is real motivation later in the year. Let's say that you're a game and a half back or 2 games back, and you're in the 6th seed, and you're 2 games back of the 3 seed. That means something to you. Wait, I get to possibly select my opponent from who's left for better matchups as opposed to just having to play whoever. And you know what? I'm going to tank the rest of these games, so I can. The only way for me to try to get a matchup that I like is either to purposely lose or maybe try to win some games.
But I love the NFL had did before. All the divisional games are at the end.
Well, you got, for instance, the Packers have 5 divisional games here in the last 7 weeks of the year.
Right, so you can't, even if they had got out to a big lead, they couldn't rest on their laurels.
Right.
Because these are all divisional opponents, and it's going to affect seeding, and a lot of these teams are playing. I do love the fact when the NFL did that, because remember, you start resting guys.
Yep.
Right, Tony Dungy, when they could have went for the perfect season against us, they rested their guys.
Yep. I get it. 800-919-3776. I'd love to know what people think about that and how much of your interest that would have. Because it's not just about the players at the end of the year. It's about the fans and how locked in you are on all that. And, again, a made-for-TV night. You could build a 2-hour show out of that, and it would be brilliant. It would add so much smoke to it. It'd be great. 800-919-3776. All right, David and Elizabeth is back. We lost you before, D. What's going on?
Did they catch you? Did your boss catch you?
Nah, my boss didn't catch me, thank God. You know what happened was I was on the phone with the guy telling him, watch the finish on my GTR, since we have nice cars, right, Bart?
No doubt. You got GTR?
Nah, I'm lying. My mechanic has a GTR. I don't. But
What's GTR? I don't.
That's the Nissan, the Godzilla.
Nissan.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's a supercar killer.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Bart, you got the Charger, right? You don't got the Challenger. Challenger's too small for you, big bro.
No, I used to have a Challenger Hellcat, but now I have the jailbreak last call.
Nice. I like that. Yo, chef, man. We gotta talk to Bart off the air, bro. We need some checks.
Do a little drag racing?
Oh, man, we could definitely do something. Yo, when I see you in person, man, we'll talk. We'll definitely
I'll
talk.
let you two go down to Eatontown.
Oh, yeah.
What's
Definitely.
up?
Oh, real quick, before we get into Knicks and sports, Bart, a quick trade-off. You said your man got a spot in Baltimore. Black Swan, you said?
Yeah, Black
right?
Swan.
The restaurant?
Yeah.
I want to check that out. But have you ever been to Mrs. Shirley downtown?
Come on,
I know
man.
That's your hood.
First of all, Miss Shirley's ain't even the real one. The real one is in Cold Springs next to Townsend. That's the original one. But, yeah, the Miss Shirley's down there, with the andouille sausage and grits, biscuits. Go hard. But the original one is the best one.
Oh, yeah, chef, you got to get up in there.
Okay.
All
right.
It's delicious.
Miss Shirley.
Soul food brunch.
All right. I'm down for that.
Yes, sir. So this is what I want to say about Knicks. Yo, as far as what I'm seeing this season, I love it. There's players, being involved, participating. Some of our main players and big guns are getting breaks. Yes, points are up. As you can see, everybody's getting involved. They're giving Mitch a good rest. I love everything they're doing. That loss against the Heat, against 2 points, I love it. The reason why, they battled. We didn't have our captain. We were down Anunoby. We battled great. I love everything that they're doing so far. I think there's some games that we could have won, and they're still trying to find their identity, clean some things up. But I like the direction of the team, and I like what's going on. If they can get some more continuity in certain spots, I think we could really, really be really dangerous to make that noise to get to the finals and, reach that pinnacle. And before you guys let me go, I just do want to say this. As far as the Abdul Carter thing, right? You got to be a professional. Bart, I'm pretty sure you told a lot of young guys and a lot of guys who are young at the time, I know you have a I don't care mentality because you're young, but through time and experience, there's a reason why we're professionals. There's a reason why we carry ourselves a certain kind of way. And to think that you're going to be big time to ask for these kind of numbers and you're not producing, and now you you acting like, oh, yeah, I'm that guy. I don't got it on me. I don't got to be there on time. I'm Abdul Carter. Come on, bro. You can't do that. You got to earn your stripes. Appreciate you, gentlemen.
Yeah, listen, I guess that it was kind of a giant rookie event, but Roy Robertson Harris was there too. So maybe he was just a big fan. And talking to Jordan yesterday about the whole thing the other night, so there was
fill me in a little bit.
All right. So there's a couple of things I think at work here. Number one, the Giants were clearly aware of it because there's a person there who's kind of a chaperone, somebody from the Giants community relations department or something like that. The other thing that I need to consider, let's argue for a moment that maybe it wasn't supposed to turn physical. Maybe it was just supposed to be a lot of chirping back and forth, and maybe some people were supposed to get in between them, and for whatever reason that didn't happen. I don't know if that was supposed to happen, but maybe let's say that was the case.
It's a loose script. I saw y'all put me up the other day, man.
What?
I'm glad nobody's seen the regular show because I had 3 more fights. I see y'all put the clip. It's only one clip of.
What? Don't say y'all. I don't put up the clips. Don't say me.
Oh, the clip with me and Kurt Angle.
Oh, they put that up?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's only one clip. If you watch the whole show, I had like 3 different fights.
Really?
Yeah.
Who were the other 2 with?
It was me and Beer Money got into it with like not the Rockers, the Hardy Boys or somebody like that.
Okay.
We got in a fight in the back. And then who else I get in a fight with? Oh, it was only 2 fights and 3 scenes.
Did the ankle lock actually hurt?
You can feel the pressure. You can feel if you really want. If you want to snap my knee or snap my, it ain't.
He
hard
makes
to
you feel it. Put it that way.
You put a little pressure on.
I never knew about the figure 4. I got put in the Boston Crab one time, and I felt that.
Oh, finger 4 could get right, but if you reverse it, then you change the pressure from your leg to their leg.
Oh yeah, you got to flip them over though.
Yeah.
It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York. Vinny, Staten Island is next on ESPN New York. Vinny, what's going on, buddy? How are you?
All right, boys. How's it hanging, guys?
Good, and yourself?
All right, guys. Sciatic is still killing me. I'm sick and tired of hearing about the Ravens. Everybody brings the Ravens up this time of year. They're the biggest underachievers in the NFL. I love the way the Patriots are playing. I love the way Drake May looks. They are going to be a tough team. They're probably going to have the home field advantage, and it's going to be tough to go up there and beat them. All they got to win is 2 games to get to the Super Bowl. And I got one message for Darren Muji and for Aaron Glenn. Go sign Kyle Trask. He will be your quarterback in the future if you sign him.
Oh, my God.
Dude.
We're still on Kyle Trask?
Kyle Trask?
Vinny,
Yes.
we're still on Kyle Trask? Vinny.
Absolutely.
Why does he not have a job, Vinny?
Kyle Trask?
Was he even on a roster last time he called, Ray? I believe he was a free agent last time he called. Kyle Trask. Oh, my God, Vinny.
He's still completely free for anybody to sign.
Anybody to go sign. You want him? Go sign him.
I thought I loved Dominic Smith. Jeez, this dude's
that's Bart's bull.
Right, they need to get a room. I mean, but he says everybody keeps talking about Baltimore, and let's talk about them because at the beginning of the year, they should have beat Buffalo. They put up all those yards. Derrick Henry had the fumbling problem, and they're healthy. Remember, they just got Ricard back. Ricard was out with a calf for like 8 weeks. They was without Isaiah Likely to begin the season. They was without Lamar Jackson. They were out. Roquan Smith was out. Their key pieces were done. You heard McCourty saying that they haven't gave up double digit. And listen, I'm not saying that they can't be beat. I'm just saying if they get in, they're super dangerous because they lost 3 to 4 games because they had Cooper Flag. Not Cooper Flag. Who's the backup that was in Dallas? He played
Cooper Rush.
Yeah, Cooper Rush started for 2 games, and then Huntley started for 2 games. Like, you're not going to win any games without Roquan Smith, Lamar Jackson, Isaiah Likely. I think Stanley was out. Like, they had everybody hurt, and they've left themselves no room for error. But I don't think people are wrong for believing in the Baltimore Ravens if they get into the postseason because we know that better football is ahead of them.
So they have taken advantage, I wouldn't say of a weaker schedule. They beat up on the Bears, okay, a few weeks back.
And that was without Lamar Jackson.
And that was without Lamar. They took care of the Dolphins, the Vikings, and the Browns. You've got the Jets now. You've still got the Bengals twice.
But Joe Burrow, I don't know.
We don't even know what's going on with Joe Burrow.
No, he's coming back. He's starting.
But Zach Taylor kind of said today, I don't know.
Yeah, why put him at risk? They're 3-7, but if he plays,
but that's this week.
Yeah,
and they got the Steelers twice. You think they're not going to be motivated for 2 games against the Steelers
with the fractured wrist?
Yeah. Look, here's my point. When we get to the big picture on this, and I've been wrestling with this a lot this past week. I'm somebody that wants to have that new team in the mix that we haven't had. The Patriots are not really a new team, but, they'd be back pretty quickly, and there'd be a new cast of characters. I still hate the Patriots, but whatever. You get the point. Not hate. Hate's a strong word. Don't really care for them.
Yeah. That's a cup of tea.
And it's more about fan base than anything else. But you've got the Patriots. You've got the Colts as these newer teams that are having really good years in the conference, along with the Broncos. Broncos having won now 8 straight. And then I've got the teams like the Chiefs, I've got the Bills, I've got the Ravens. The Ravens never got over the hump. And while I don't particularly care if they don't,
right,
it might be interesting to see. I would like to see Lamar Jackson play well in the postseason and get to a Super Bowl. Because I think Lamar Jackson is a show that people don't really realize or respect enough.
They don't. And
he is at his best.
It's like watching Michael Vick play. It's like the experience in person. Like, man, look how quick and like.
That's the thing. I feel like you get so much more. It's like people talk about loving watching hockey in person.
Yeah.
That's like Lamar Jackson. If you get a chance to see Lamar Jackson in person, it is a whole lot different.
Because here's the difference. We're used to seeing like great players, but then it's always a couple players that make great players look foolish. It's like how Barry Sanders made Charles Rod Woodson blow his knee out without even touching him.
Yeah.
By just hitting him with a move. It's like Lamar's one of these very few athletes that can make a guy like Myles Garrett look foolish, or that can make one of your all-pros look dumb in space. And that's rare, like to be like the elite of the elite. Like, and Brady was elite of the elite, but it wasn't flashy, he wasn't elite. It was more mental. Lamar Jackson does things physically that you be like, he'd be in a pocket just calm, making 3-4 people miss, spin, and then throw the ball 50 yards down the field on a rope. He's like, who does that? We've seen people that had one part of it, but now he's added the passing element to it. It's like,
but I've seen him
a great
play.
show.
I've seen him play too poorly in the postseason.
Correct.
In the big spots.
The big fumbles, the big turnovers.
Big interception
last year.
Games. What I really am dying to see is for him to get home. So that's one. Number 2, on the Chiefs, I always kind of enjoy rooting for a team, even though we're all sick of it. I kind of enjoy rooting for a team that everybody thinks is just done.
Wrote off, yeah.
Is just done. And a guy like Spags, I always feel like, changes that dynamic.
But here's the thing. And I'm not bringing the Pistons up, but remember where
you're not making a Pistons. Come on.
No, I'm not. No.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, remember when the Bulls beat the Pistons and they walked off, and the Pistons just realized that they were old and they had
and they just
players.
walked away and it was over. Yeah, they didn't shake hands or anything.
I feel like Chris Jones is starting to become he was underrated, then he was properly rated. Now he may be overrated.
Mm-hmm.
And you're starting to see Travis Kelce, he was the same. So their big three, their big three is done. And they haven't had any young player to come back and kind of be that. You see when like Aaron Donald, started to not slow down, but the other kid that they drafted,
Kobe Turner,
he was like, wow, we got his replacement. We're going to be okay. They never drafted Chris Jones' replacement. And at this point, he's like 32. They never really found that second tight end that can be the understudy. See, like in Baltimore, when Mark Andrews leaves, they feel comfortable with Isaiah Likely stepping in if they decide to move on from him. The Kansas City Chiefs have stayed true to their core, maybe a little bit too long, and haven't replaced it. So that's like when I see like the Chargers or I see the Broncos, they don't fear them because they know that they're old. And I was going to use because I seen the documentary Tap Tap. It does remind me like when the Pistons played the Magic the first year before they beat them, and then or they lost to them, and then they realized like, yo, Magic can't play. Like, let's just exploit Magic. Like, whoever Magic Garden, we going at him. And they ran up and down the court, and Magic pulled his hamstring. And it's like one of those things like where now you see that Patrick Mahomes, we're so used to him being able to make a play. You heard McCourty. Worthy's wide open. Patrick Mahomes gets that 10 out of 10 times.
Yep.
Not anymore. And it happens to every dynasty.
Well, here's the thing. As I'm talking about these older teams, I like seeing teams prove that they're not written off yet.
Yeah.
But then with the Patriots, I'm sorry, I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
They had this this strength of schedule thing is going to bug me, and I know they're beating bad teams, but they feel like while they might be playing exceptionally well, this is too soon, and they haven't really gotten there yet. Now, sometimes the teams that we think it's too soon with, like Burrow a few years back, they still get home.
Yeah.
And that might happen. I'm not counting on it. I think this is a lot more a Patriots team that while they've built their way back, they're a lot more like the Vikings a couple of years ago.
Of course. If I had to pick a surprise team that they're in the AFC Championship.
The Colts?
Yep. For me, it's the Colts.
I still don't know defensively how good they are.
I think offensively.
Does anything defensively really stand out?
But the thing is, they're not. They've never been bad defensively. We just had concerns with their secondary. But it's not like they've been in games where their defense has been embarrassing. It's not like their defense is like the Dallas Cowboys. It's not like their defense is like the Bengals. Like, they're middle of the pack.
Yeah.
But their offense,
and that might be good enough
because their offense is number one.
Yeah.
So in the playoffs, if you pack a run game, that's half the battle there, because you don't realize when you get to week 18 in the playoffs
how tired you are.
You are totally on adrenaline. Your body is so beat up. Guys are taking pain shots, Percocets, Oxycontin, whatever they can get their hands on just to show up and play on game day. And then you got a physical team that's going to run the ball, which makes it physical. Every play is nowhere to run. You love when you play teams that bail you out when it's going to be the team that's going to throw the ball like 70% of their offense. That's letting us off the hook, because that means there's less collisions. And then, it just compounds. That's why it's so hard when you're a wild card to win. It's been very rare that we've seen somebody that had to play wild card weekend that usually wins the Super Bowl, because it's a battle of attrition. So I'm excited to see how this thing ends out, because we're going to have some really good teams that find themselves out of the playoffs. We're going to find some really good teams that get knocked off early. And I think, the Patriots are like a candidate to be, if Baltimore has to go there, if Kansas City has to go there, if the Bills has to go there, I think they can be set up for one and done. And it's a good story, though, right? It's a good story, and the story doesn't have to be over with when you think about New England, because they're going to get experience, but they still have $56 million underneath the cap because they have that cheap quarterback to be able to go out and supplement whatever they need where they feel like they're a little behind.
The very latest on Jackson Dart, that is next. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Every NFL Thursday is your chance to hit the
Thursday with Don Hahn and Rosenberg. Should the Knicks be happy they finally won on the road with Brunson back in the lineup? Or concerned with how close it was against a depleted, struggling Mavs team?
This is the NBA, man. Everybody's good. Anything can happen on any given night in this league, and you got to respect everybody. We competed, we tried to play the right way, and we got the dub.
Don Hahn and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
Whether you're shopping, gaming, or streaming this Black Friday season, don't take slow for an answer. Get Optimum Fiber for the fastest, most reliable, and most consistent internet speeds, starting at $25 a month. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com to switch. Act now and get a full year of Netflix, an unlimited mobile line, a $400 prepaid card, and more, all on us. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Optimum, don't take slow for an answer. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Alan Hahn here to tell you about my friends at Bathfitter. They remodeled a bath in my house, converting a tub into a shower. The result, amazing. Bathfitter offers custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. It's done in one day, easy to clean, durable with no demo, no mess, and it costs less than a standard replacement. Take advantage of their biggest sale of the year. Save up to $800 on a complete Bathfitter system. See their website or call for details and start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com.
Michelle Smallman here for Gainbridge and their Give Back program, Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity. Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity's goal is to empower girls and women through sports and education, providing 32 organizations in 21 states $222 of grant funding during 2025. These grants aim to level the playing field and expand access to sports and education for girls and women across the country. Here's to a future with no limits for women's sports with Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity.
Harry Douglas here. Look, being a man doesn't mean skipping self-care. Manscaped makes it easy to feel confident, clean, and ready for anything. Whether you're at work, hitting the gym, traveling for business, or heading for a night out. The Lawnmower Trimmer gives you precision, the Beard Hedger keeps your look tight, and their grooming essentials smell incredible. Manscaped's tools are built to perform, helping you stay sharp, smooth, and feeling your best every single day. Because real confidence starts with a clean cut and the right gear. Get all the Manscaped products you need right now at your local Target.
Has World Wide West done his job? It doesn't have to end in a championship for World Wide West experiment to be true. Because you heard Jigga, he just said, shout out to World Wide West.
No, listen. Heard about West for a long time and the importance of his role with the Knicks. And they have obviously been much, much better over the last couple of years since Wes has been around. Now, what I'm curious about is how this plays out this coming year. Offensively, they have been much more fun to watch, and they clearly are having a lot more fun. I really wonder if they are going to defend enough.
That's what I'm saying. But we know they have the capability. Well,
do we? Because they have never been good against defending the perimeter.
Well, the problem is they have two liabilities at all times in their starting rotation.
Yeah,
and it's hard. It's hard to do that. So let's see if they have the defensive strategies that they need for Tibbs to be able to have enough defense to slow people down. Because you don't have the Bostons of the world that could hit you with two perennial all-stars.
All right, let's hit it. Audio files, baby.
The audio file.
Mike Kafka, Giants head coach. When will Jackson Dart play?
If he's healthy and clear to go, then I'd like Jackson Dart to play. It's only if he's healthy and ready to go, and that's based on what the doctors have to say.
So he was still early in the protocol yesterday. I mean, I guess some people are suggesting that it sounds like he'll be closer to playing than not this week. I just don't know that I don't know what the rush is to definitively play him as soon as you can.
Yeah, with the way that Jameis Winston played, I think you give Jameis Winston another shot. You err on the side of caution, right? But I'm sure that Kafka wants to show what he can do with the future so that he can try and make his best case to remain as the head coach of the New York Football Giants. So I'm sure it's a little gamesmanship going on with that. And I think that's the reason why because they want to make sure that they can find a way to show you what I can do with them.
All right, well, the gamesmanship part of it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bug me like it kind of did with Aaron Glenn of who's playing, one crummy quarterback or the other crummy quarterback. We're not sure yet. But it does I do want to emphasize the value in whenever he's ready, still waiting another week. Like, I don't see what's wrong with that when you've been evaluated for it 4 different times this year. Like, why not? Why not just give it a little bit more time?
And we spoke about this early. I'll do it knowing that I agree that he's fully healthy just the way he learns. Nope. We don't know if we can trust it yet. We need to see it in practice. We need to practice, get down in practice. We need the eternal clock. When you scramble in practice, we want to see you get down in practice too.
You know what I want to do? It just struck me. We could start a new contest for listeners. What's Bart eating? And like what exactly, when he's talking as he's just finishing chewing something up.
You can tell I was eating something?
Yes,
you
can hear it in your voice. You can hear it in the voice when somebody, it's not just you. When anybody is done having just eaten something, you can still hear it in their voice, no?
For a second or two, yes.
Yeah, you can.
You can
so
hear
could you hear right there that Bart had just eaten something? Yes.
What did you think I ate? You heard no crunch.
This is the question. This is what I say we put it to the caller. What was Bart eating? Because it could be anything, any day of the week. He could have steak here one day. He could have a BLT. He could have Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Or it could be jalapeno chips. What's Bart eating? That time it was a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Very tasty. I feel like the chocolate, I just need my blood sugar right so I can be hyped up.
I got no problem with that. I tell you, it was a little aggressive, though. You went with the whole cup.
Yeah.
You didn't take a bite. It was the whole cup.
It's very aggressive.
Because the whole cup inside, you can compartmentalize and just eat half of it, and then you break it half and you slide it over.
So he has the king size package, which is the one that has 3 cups in it.
4.
Did this have 4?
Yeah, 4.
Oh, okay, 4 cups in it. As opposed to the ones that are now the king size cups that are the bigger, thicker ones. I like those.
The peanut ratio is too much.
But you know what?
I need my chocolate to peanut ratio right.
I was at 7-Eleven the other day. You know how much that was?
Like
$4.
That's ridiculous.
These tariffs, I'm telling you, bro, you go to McDonald's, you like, bro, I told the guy at McDonald's, I said, look, bro, I just got 2 combos. You telling me that's $30? Bro, I can go to Ruby Tuesday. How the hell Ruby Tuesdays and like Applebee's stuff still ain't past $30, $40? But you telling me the Big Mac and shut up like that? Oh, man, I think y'all doing this on purpose.
I'm telling you, but I think the big cups are better.
I'm with Bart on this one. King size.
You don't like them?
I'm not a big fan of the Reese's Big Cup. I'm regular standard peanut butter cup.
Yeah.
Just give me 4 of them.
I've almost gotten to the point now where like I can't even look at a regular one.
But to be honest,
if it ain't king size, don't bring it near me.
To be honest, you went 7. Where's the big cups?
Big cup I can still get for $0.25.
Remember the big cup? The big cup, it was like the insulated red container. That's what I want to talk about. I used to put my slushies in there.
I want the big cup that is liquid insulation.
Yo, I used to have that one, man. I used to have it next to the Slurpee would stay like Slurpee for like 2 days.
Oh, man.
That's how insulated that thing was. Had to be so many forever chemicals in that thing. There's no way in hell that was regulation.
It looked like actual pink insulation liquefied in the house. All right, next. Here is Kafka with his actual update on Dart, where he is.
Right now, he's in a non-contact day. Sure, he's still in the protocol, like in that phasing of it, and so he'll continue to progress through it if he goes through the right forums here.
Assuming it goes well, he's trending towards being able to play Sunday.
No. Yeah, that would be the fair plan for sure.
Do you think he plays this week?
No. Jameis played way too well. The offense was moving fluidly. I want to teach this young dude a lesson very early, and I'm still going to have time to show that, look what I can do with him too. I wonder if Kafka, if he has any designed runs for him ever for the rest of the season.
I wouldn't. I was having this argument with Jordan yesterday. I would not have a designed run for him. The only time you run is when the play breaks down, and that's where I feel like you have more control over the situation.
Yeah.
You can slide, and that's when he slid the other day. Here's Abdul Carter. Did you speak to your teammates about missing a meeting?
I got to do my job, be where I'm supposed to be at.
Thanks.
No Chat GPT didn't write that one.
No, did not.
Write me an apology with satire and whatever.
Yeah. Mike Florio with Rich Eisen on why the Giants have to hire an offensive coach.
I think that you desperately need an offensive coach who will join at the hip with Jackson Dart and develop him to his fullest. And the flip side is if you get a defensive coach and things go well offensively, the offensive coordinator becomes a head coach somewhere else, and you got to go find somebody else to continue the career arc of Jackson Dart. So I think an established coach with NFL head coaching experience who is an offensive expert would make a ton of sense. You mentioned that the GM is going to stay put. That becomes a factor because Joe Shane is going to shy away from somebody who may want to come in and take over. That's a reality. We see that every year. There are coaches who have options, and they use that to create leverage.
Look, if Joe Shane has that kind of power in the search, I'm bothered. And I feel like the Joe Shane role in all of this, even though they talk about how they like the good young core of players he's assembled, well, I feel like the Joe Shane role in this is more administrative, or should be more administrative as far as like, go out, let's find the candidates, and let's go from there.
So that means we have Josh McCown, Josh McDaniel, we got Cliff Kingsbury, and Sarkisian, who said he loves his name being in the spotlight.
I'm not sure who it was the other day, but somebody said, I would not look for the college. I think it was Schefter. I would not look for the college.
But a guy like Sarkisian.
Now, listen, I don't disagree.
Even though he went off on the people in the production call about his names being dropped in and told people to stop it. Like
Tim, talk to your agents because they're the ones who are dropping the names. Yeah. Stop.
Trying to get you that master's.
This whole fake crap back and forth this year. I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, talk to me in 3 weeks, bud. You know, honestly, once the team is out and you've decided to move on, then why are your agents telling people that that's what you want? That you want to potentially go to the league. There's only one person to blame then. Stop. Last one. And I just enjoyed this yesterday. You know how we were getting on Aaron Glenn for the way he's handled the media?
Yeah.
This one, I enjoyed this one because I thought it was just, I don't know. It didn't come off that way to me for some reason this time.
Tyrod will be our starter.
Why did you decide to make that move?
Because I wanted to.
There you go. I love that. I absolutely love that.
Oh, he better not have no missteps, man. They can't wait to get him back because I wanted to.
I mean, come on. At least that one's funny.
Right.
The way he delivered it, it's funny.
They wanted him to elaborate, explain your work. You know what I'm saying? Show your work.
I thought for sure yesterday when he was going to name it, he was going to say, ask Diana Rossini.
Oh, man. That would have been classic.
It could have said, ask Carlin.
That would have been classic.
We did say it first the other day.
Yeah.
Not that we're ripping everybody else, but we suggested that might happen.
We said it first. Keep it Bill. Keep it Bill. You said you got strong information. That's
not how I put it. I said, I'm hearing things that perhaps there's going to be a change at quarterback.
But you had the windy fingers, though.
Why would they do that?
Hey, I tell you why would somebody do that.
I want to be a meme like that, like a good one for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I do like Wendy's got that.
Be like a little just.
Why would they do that?
I don't know why. I don't know why I look like Blank Man on the screen. Oh, it's too late. Never underestimate. No,
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Almost got
let's hear from our friends over at Samwell.
Woo, this is almost my last Samwell read. I forgot. We can't even talk about Blank Man no more. It's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out here tailgating and cheering on your team and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, and nerve pain, getting off the counts can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that is customized for you. Same-day or next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is closer than you think. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SamwellPain.com, call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SamwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today. And break. And go.
Make cancer screening a part of your annual healthcare routine. New York Presbyterian offers a full range of cancer screenings, including lung, cervical, prostate, colorectal, breast, and more. Regular cancer screenings could save your life by detecting cancer at its earliest, most treatable stages. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester. Learn more at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
At the 5-yard line, handoff Breece Hall, finds a crease, runs left, he's into the end zone for a Jet touchdown. Jets fans, clear the runway and be at MetLife Stadium for Week 13 as your New York Jets take on the Atlanta Falcons, Sunday, November 30th at 1 p.m., presented by New Jersey Lottery. Join us as we celebrate First Responders Day. Don't miss your chance to be at the game. Lock in your seats now at nyjets.com/tickets. Once again, that's nyjets.com/tickets.
The fall savings event continues this November at Bay Ridge Mazda. Lease the 2025 Mazda CX-30S for as low as $169 per month, or the 2025 Mazda CX-5 Select for as low as $229 per month, and get as low as 0.9% APR financing rates on select models. Plus, enjoy 1 year complimentary of Bay Ridge Plus benefits like ding and dent coverage, key replacement, windshield protection, and roadside assistance. Visit them in Brooklyn or online at BayRidgeMazda.com. Bay Ridge Mazda, where confidence comes standard. See dealer for details.
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that's customized for you. Same-day and next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
Empower. Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads. Race car bobbleheads. Little Chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money, so he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Clinton Yates here. The holidays are upon us, and so are the savings at Total Wine & More. Discover thousands of wines, spirits, and beers like my favorite, IPAs, perfect for every celebration and every budget. From bold reds to sparklers, you'll find the perfect wines to raise a glass this season. With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find only at Total Wine & More. Curbside pickup and delivery available in most areas. See TotalWine.com for details. Spirits not sold in Virginia and North Carolina. Drink responsibly. Be 21.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Okay, I see what you're doing here. We got our next guest, and he's going to talk about the cheese on the taco and how to do it. And he got a master plan because he ain't got nothing but lint inside his hands, and he digging in his pockets and all the money he spent. He digging deeper, and all he coming up with lint. All right, let's cut it before we have to pay these people.
Joe Fortenbaugh joins us each and every week, does it free of charge, completely devoid of any sort of compensation whatsoever. That last week led to an unfortunate discussion regarding Arby's and laid out for the rest of the day. But at any rate, let's make some money and bring in Joe, who, of course, is ESPN betting analyst extraordinaire. Hi, Joseph.
Gentlemen, it's always a pleasure. Bart, how's your afro doing?
Not well. It's eraser size. It's like an eraser almost out of eraser. That's inside, Carlin. You had to be there.
Clearly, and I'm kind of glad that I wasn't, because it should keep me out of the deposition. At any rate.
He said it live on TV in front of a much bigger audience.
Oh, good. So
I was trying to make a reference to Harry Douglas's turtleneck choking out the air supply to his head, and I said it, because he had this beautiful turtleneck on, and Bart had already taken one shot at him, and I thought, all right, it's open season here. I'm also going to get my shot up, but I made some reference to it choking out the oxygen to his afro, and then immediately realized that was not only problematic and disrespectful, but it was going to be something that I was never going to be able to escape. So the plan here was to jump in front of that train before Bart could hit me with it.
Right,
That's what we were doing right there, Carlin.
First of all, your plan was flawed in a couple of ways. Allow me to elaborate. Number one, no chance he remembered. Number two, what you've now done is what we call around here the Cam Scatamoo. You have doubled down.
Sorry, guys, I'm back.
How's everyone in New York reacting to that? Because obviously, I'm a WWE fan. I got a big kick out of that. I like it when they involve celebrities, musicians, comedians, things like that. Like, it's just an extra layer of entertainment. But obviously, with the injury, no one's going to want to see something like that. Like, the initial push is one thing, but the bum rush that comes after it, that could be problematic. Like, generally, but I mean, Bart, you played. Like, how would you feel if that was going on with your teammate?
Are you talking about the wrestling?
Yeah, the Scatamoo stuff.
Yeah. I mean, for me, like, it's just like, bro, it's a bad look. And, I was in a wrestling match, but mine was in the offseason. And everybody made a big deal and said, they thought I was hurt for real because I limped away after Kurt Angle got me in an ankle lock. Kurt Angle got me in an ankle lock. And
Kurt Angle, he got you in an ankle lock?
Yeah, he got me in an ankle lock. I was hanging with Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan, and I limped out. It was like, oh, my God, Bart's hurt his ankle. Like, he isn't going to void his contract. Now, where it's different as I was
I'll tell you what, he
healthy.
tapped out pretty quick, too.
Well, that, man, you can feel that pressure, you know what I'm saying? It's like, do I need to know? Do I need to fight? Who am I fighting for? Like, it's like when somebody got you in a chokehold, you can fight it, but you know what's going to happen, so you might as well just tap.
See, that's the beauty of this. That's why this is my favorite interview to do. Most people, it's like, let's bring on the gambler. Let's have the clown make his picks. Not this interview.
No.
Arby's, afros, ankle locks, the AAA.
I got another one for you before we even get to tonight's game. I mean, it's Bills Texans. Seriously. Okay, we'll get there. How about this? I just opened up TikTok, and they're on a tab page where you go see what people are saying or interacting with you. It also gives you a thing that says monetization, and there's like there are different offers that come in that a company might offer you to promote their product. So they're not. I'm not getting many of these. The product I just got, a bra. Yeah.
Oh. Damn.
Like TikTok, like, do we really need to go after my man boobs right now? Am I at the point? Now, granted, I might be closer to the point where I need to start to monetize that way more than anything else, but still, I mean, that's the first product we're coming up with?
They got the...
Look, the algorithm never lies. Wow. The algorithm never lies.
They could at least hit you with the shirt, the shaping shirt, you know what I'm saying, that could hold the boobs up. You know what I'm saying? The slimming spank shirt, they got the shirts that contour.
Yeah, no, I know they got those shirts and they don't work. I've tried. Thank you.
Talk about a
Bart, he's wearing one right now.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They call them shims.
Talk about toothpaste coming out of getting forced out the tube. Oh, maybe if he put one on, we can see his neck.
If there was one, maybe. So let's get to it. Hey, Bills Texans.
So this has been a pleasure. Thanks, everybody. I'll catch you guys next week.
All right, gambling boy, give us some picks.
All right, we'll rip through tonight. And then we can do some weekend stuff. I do like Houston here plus the 6. I like the under 43.5 as well. I'm also on the Texans in the first half plus the 3.5. Quick trend for you on Houston games since 2022 at home. The under is 22-10. This is a really good defense. You don't need me to come on the airwaves to tell you that if you watched any Houston football. Offense is problematic. They should be able to get the ground game going tonight against Buffalo. That's one of the Bills' biggest weaknesses. Woody Marks' rushing prop is 66.5. I'd look to the over there because I think it's going to be a fool's errand if you're Houston. You're coming out trying to throw the ball all over the place. That can kill the clock in terms of stopping it, and it can get Josh Allen back on the field quicker. So what you want to do is try to play keep away here, lean on that defense. I think it's your classic Thursday night rock fight. I would take the 6 with Houston. I do not trust the Bills on a short week on the road against a defense like this. Allen's been fantastic. You just don't have enough around him.
I want to get this. We've talked about this a lot when it comes to the Bills. I know how you feel about the Ravens in general when it comes to the postseason, and also the the Chiefs versus the newer teams. Are you buying into any of the newer teams aside from gambling, just as true contenders this year in the AFC? That being the Patriots, that being the Colts, that being the Broncos.
So, great question. I think the short answer is yes, you have to, because the 3 teams you just mentioned, there's a chance Kansas City doesn't even make the playoffs. That's number 1. Number 2, I'm heavily invested in Baltimore. They don't look right. Even in these wins, they don't look right. Yeah. Lamar's yards per rushing attempt is way down. He's on the injury report again, but this time instead of a knee, it's an ankle. I want to believe in the Ravens, but if Lamar's not right, that's going to be a problem. So something's wrong there. And then Buffalo's got problems everywhere. Like defensively, they're not nearly good enough to win a championship. And then offensively, the wide receiver position is devoid of the consistency that Josh Allen needs. Like he'll get you into consideration, but you need some help around him. So because the 3 prominent teams are so flawed, you have to look elsewhere. The thing is, who do you want to look at? Denver and Bo Nix? No, thank you. I respect the defense, but I think they've been very fortunate in a lot of games they played this year. The Patriots, the schedule is the big thing everyone knocks them with, but I like what they bring to the table. I just want to see them play another big game. They won a big one at Buffalo. They deserve credit for it. I kind of want to see them in more of those matchups because I want to buy into them. Colts, not so much. So, I do feel like there's an opportunity here to maybe take some shots on some long shots because it's wide open. It's a lousy answer, but you do have to buy into the newer teams because the old mainstays are so flawed.
You know, the crazy thing, as you talk about that, I'm looking at the teams in the AFC. Like, is it some type of bet out there for, like, the teams that's out of the playoffs right now? So you have Kansas City at 5-5, but I think we may be sleeping on that Houston team at 5-5 too with their defense. Then you go down, you got Baltimore at 5-5. Is this something going on where one of these teams can maybe make some noise, or they have great odds to maybe be one of the last teams standing? Even if you go to Jacksonville at 6-4, like one of these teams that we don't see on the main radar.
Okay, those would be the teams to look at. Don't look at Baltimore because despite the record, they're priced as a team that should be a legitimate contender. Same with Kansas City. Like, a lot of people struggle with this because it doesn't make sense, and I totally understand it. Like, they see a 5-5 record, and they go, how can you be the favorites or the co-favorites to win the AFC with that record? Well, it's because you're the Chiefs. And if you make them 8-1 like they should be, you're going to take a ton of bets. And if they end up going on a run, which they're capable of doing, the book's going to get crushed. So a lot of this is about financial liability. How much risk do you want to take? Towards the end of his career, and this was the first time, like 2013, 2014, Tiger Woods was still like 12-1, 15-1 to win these tournaments, even though he wasn't winning, because the books took so many bets on him. They knew that if they priced him at 50-1 and Tiger ended up hitting, they were going to get crushed. So that's how they treat Kansas City and Baltimore. But where you're looking when you talk about Houston and Jacksonville, that's interesting, because if C.J. Stroud comes back and gets healthy, we remember these guys got into the playoffs last year, and they were a nightmare in that game for Kansas City. Like, that defense can play. The team I've been backing from the beginning that, just get healthy at tackle, I want to buy into the Chargers. I want to believe that's the team. I like the quarterback. I like the coach. I like the defense. The O-line needs to get healthy. If you're looking for a sleeper, now would be the time because they just got waxed by Jacksonville, but you need Joe Alt or you have no chance.
All right, my friend, we're out of time, so the picks took up about 40%, I would say, this time.
We'll go real quick. Stop talking. We'll go real quick.
Go ahead. Cowboys, if you want to. Go.
Cowboys, stop. How many times I got to tell you stop talking before you stop talking?
Well, you just hurry up and go? How about you just go? Cowboys, how about you stop me and stop talking?
And now we got 20 seconds.
Cowboys plus 3.5. Saints minus 1.5. Panthers on Monday night plus 7. We're laying it with Oklahoma. Arkansas plus 8.5. USC plus 10.5. Cincinnati plus 2.5 over BYU. Love you, New York, Bart, I'll see you tomorrow. Bring your afro.
You forgot
Absolutely.
Rutgers plus 31.
I'm going to pick it out.
I love it. You need a triple down. This is going to be, I'll tell you, it's going to be awesome to watch this on Court TV. It's going to be great.
Habitual line stepper. He's giving me the freedom to feel like I can go, I got to one-up him. And we can all end up unemployed.
No. Here's the problem. If I had the two of you together, you would be giving each other that feeling that I can go back and forth and I can one-up the other guy. And that's a problem. Like, I love him to death. The two of you together, a week tops. Tops. And I'm not talking about that you couldn't stand each other. I'm talking about you'd get thrown off the air.
Yeah.
You'd absolutely get thrown off the air.
We would be a night podcast in 2 minutes.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Every NFL Thursday is your chance to hit the jackpot on FanDuel. Because with FanDuel's Thursday Touchdown Jackpot, you can win a share of $2 million in bonus bets each week. To get in on this Thursday's action, all you got to do is place an anytime touchdown scorer bet before the game kicks off. And if your player scores the first or last TD of the game, you'll win your bet plus a share of bonus bets. Just visit FanDuel.com/Peter to take a shot at the jackpot. That's FanDuel.com/Peter for your chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. Play your game with FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. 21 and over in physically present New York, opt-in required. Must apply profit boost token on select market. Prize pool to be split equally among all eligible participants who made the correct first or last TD pick. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 21 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For all with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Is college even worth it these days? At Empire State University, it actually is. They are SUNY's leading online university. Flexible, affordable, and built for real life. With more than 120 degree programs, you can study what matters most to you. And students agree. They're ranked #1 in student satisfaction among SUNY schools. Whether you are finishing what you started or starting fresh, your goals are within reach. See for yourself. Visit SUNYEmpire.edu before the next term begins.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Score or win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin.
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Seriously, like I just opened up TikTok and it turns you to that page. It does this for everybody where it says monetization. Here are some suggestions. And the first thing it suggests is, oh, why don't you partner up with this bra company?
I mean, are you not going to take their suggestion?
Am I the guy that you want selling? I mean, I guess. Listen, I guess I'm packing a little bit, but still.
If the check is big enough, I'll put that.
That has always been clear. That has always been clear with you.
It looks just like the catapults that the players wear. Hey, man, You can get it with the paste. You can get it with pasties or without pasties. I can care less.
It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app. It is noon, and what does that mean?
It's the power hour. 7 for Justin Fields, man. It's been real, brother. But it's over.
You pouring one out for him right now? I mean, jeez.
Pour out some liquor for my homies, man.
Oh, my God. Well, listen.
And Tyrod hurts himself in warm-ups. Damn!
It is Thursday. It is noon. And that means it is time for High Noon.
It's High Noon.
My name is Sam Chisholm, duly elected truant officer of Warren and Denver.
Do you want me to play the actual thing for that, or do you want to just say it yourself each time?
I love when you do. I love when you play it. My name is Sam Chisholm.
I'm looking for it now.
Denzel with the SpongeBob SquarePants ass in that movie.
My name is Sam Chisholm. I'm a duly sworn warrant officer of the Circuit Court in Wichita, Kansas.
I just want people to go see the movie because it's like Magnificent Seven with Pierce Brosnan, and I think Paul Newman was in it, or maybe not. But it was
it's not the original Magnificent Seven.
It's the remake.
Right.
That's what I'm saying, and it's amazing. But now you got the leader is a black guy. We didn't even know. We watched Country Western. I didn't even know black people lived back there. I never see nobody in half the Country Western. You don't see black people. Not he the leader.
I have not seen either Magnificent Seven, which is probably wrong in and of itself.
And guess who the bad guy was? Bartholomew Bow. Yes.
Bart who?
Bartholomew Bow was like the bad guy.
That was the name of the character?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bartholomew Bow.
So you're the bad guy.
Say hello to the bad guy.
Say hello to the bad guy.
Round one, fight! The Knicks' biggest concern in the Eastern Conference is...
Do I even need to say it out loud? Detroit basketball! And Cade Cunningham just got his own signature shoe with Nike. So hold off on the new Steph Curry's coming back because the new leader in town, and his name is Cade Cunningham.
I enjoyed him. What did he score? 47 on 58 shots the other night?
Hey, so did Michael Jordan. Nobody said nothing to Jeffrey.
It wasn't that bad. He wasn't taking 58 shots. No joke. I think he took something like 47 shots in a game the other day.
Why you take 47? Because 48 wasn't available.
Exactly. Why did you go for 2? Because I couldn't go for 3. Now I'm dying to know. I actually don't think it's the Pistons.
Wow.
And it's not hate on the Pistons by any stretch. He took 45 shots. He went 14 for 45 the other night.
Ice him down.
Against Washington.
How many?
He scored 46 points.
Hey, that's 50%.
You know what that is? Efficient.
And he gonna get NBA player of the week.
Well, listen, I'm more on the Cavs right now. Still, I'm still much more of a believer in the Cavaliers than I am in Detroit. And I get it; they've gotten out to an okay start so far.
13-2. Pistons are 13-2.
I'm aware. I'm also aware that it's November 20th. I haven't even gotten to Christmas Day yet.
Well,
now, if you told me that we were talking about Oklahoma City and the fact that they're, 14-1 now, and they're beating everybody by 30 points every night, makes me wonder how they even lost a game, then, yeah, I kind of feel like out west, like, what's the point other than somebody getting hurt, which, as we've talked about, is definitely possible. But I'm still much more of a believer in Donovan Mitchell, Mobley, and that more solidified base of a group, if that makes any sense. I mean, you've got at least, 5 different guys who can average in double figures at least? And it's not a knock on the Pistons. I think the Pistons are coming. I think they're coming. I just don't know if we're there yet.
You know, what makes it, just to have a good argument, what makes the Pistons so intriguing is that, they go super deep, and they've done all this without Jaden Ivey as well.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to say Jaden Ivey's some great player, but
no, I like Jaden Ivey. I think Jaden Ivey could be really good.
And here's the other point, right? When you think about who has the ammunition to be able to get a big guy to come. See, this is the beauty about the Pistons. Their most expensive player is Cade Cunningham, But after that, guys are making like $15 million. They don't have any supermax guys on their team. So that means that they can absorb a great talent or a great player for whoever shakes loose from the trees. Everybody else, when you think about the Cavs, they're maxed out. They can't improve their team. Like Mobley's making damn near the supermax. Jared Allen, Donovan Mitchell. I mean, the Pistons are playing guys. I'm looking at their top 3 guys. Duncan Robinson makes $16 million. Tobias Harris makes $25 million. Stewart $15 million. LeVert $14 million. Ivy $10 million. Azur Thompson $8 million. That Derwin, who's one of their main guys, $6 million. That's the beauty about their team, is that they can improve it this year.
I got a question. How many times would I have to hit myself in the head with this microphone before it killed me? I mean, it's pretty big. It's pretty sturdy. How many times?
7.
30? Probably 30.
No, 7.
Depends who's doing it.
Justin Fields, 7.
Listen, I know you're all about the Pistons. We all know. It's insufferable.
Round 2, fight! Who would you rather have as the Jets quarterback next season? Shedeur Sanders or one of the college prospects?
Give me Shedeur. I'm going to take Shedeur because you could catch lightning in a bottle. Clearly, Cleveland don't like him. Stefanski doesn't like him. He's only playing him because he's forced to. And Haslam saying that he wants both quarterbacks to play simply just means that it was his pick to begin with, right? But we all
know that.
We all know that Dylan Gabriel isn't the answer, right? So that means that they're going to have to go into the draft. And I think the Jets may mess around and win 1 or 2 more games, which means that Cleveland's going to be sitting right there at the prime spot. You have the Titans that's going to be there at 1 probably, but then you're going to have, Arizona's going to be floating around a little bit later than you, but you're going to have like Cleveland probably number 2 and maybe the Giants number 3. Well, 2 of those teams don't need quarterbacks. I feel like if you can't get the quarterback you want, and if it's one guy, if it's Mendoza, if it's the kid from Oregon, whichever one it is, if you can't get that guy, it's no need for the Jets to have to stress, because we know all the money comes off the books in 2027. They're going to have over $200 million in salary cap space. Their job is to make sure that this is the most attractive place to come. Like once like when we saw Caleb Williams, we thought that going to Chicago was the most quarterback-friendly place that we've ever seen with the receivers. And if you got a chance to get a great receiver, because receivers are the big game changers, and you pair with Garrett Wilson, then you go do that. I'm not going to force myself like the Pittsburgh Steelers did a couple of years ago when they took Kenny Pickett. I'm not going to do what the Minnesota Vikings did when they forced themselves to take Jake Locker. I'm not going to force myself to do what the Jacksonville Jaguars did when they got Blake Bortles or Blaine Gabbert.
Well, I get that, but what I would say is, while we may not believe in any of them right now, you can say Shedeur for the moment, and I think it's a nice, cheap option to at least take a look at. But if I have one of those guys that over the next couple of months, I do my due diligence and I figure out he's worth it and I'm in position to do it, well, then I'm probably doing that.
Well, you're going to use probably one of your 2027 picks to pair to move up to go get that then.
Well, my problem, though, is just this. You better be right. You better be right. And I can say that because how many times have they been wrong before? It's just going to mean if you're Darren Muji, if you're Aaron Glenn, it just means the next guy's going to get another whack at it. He's going to get another chance at another bite at the apple, and your opportunity will go, because it does not, unless you're Howie Roseman, you don't get more than one chance to pick a quarterback.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't. That's just all there is to it.
Well, Howie won with his quarterback and a backup quarterback, so he got a chance to get another quarterback on a quarterback.
Exactly. Everybody just remember, like, there were things about Howie that really broke his way in a lot of ways, and he's a great GM, but
better lucky than good sometimes.
Howie also wanted to trade up to go get Zach Wilson, too. Let's not forget. Yeah. Let's not forget.
Round 3, fight! Better way to watch a show, binge or break it up.
This is a discussion that we've had in my house a lot lately, and I need to get your take on this, because when these shows come out and they drop all at once, or if you're starting a new show that streams and all the episodes are now available because let's say you're joining it late or whatever, what is the better way to do it?
Yeah.
Would you prefer to watch them all at once?
I mean, not all at once, but like in short order. I need to know what happened in the next 3 weeks. I'm not trying to wait.
What is the max amount that you will binge in terms of episodes? Let's say they're 1 hour shows.
Yeah.
What's the max amount that you would binge at once?
If I'm in a good mood, 3. If I'm like super bored and I'm super got me, 4 max. I can't do nothing for 5 hours, man. I can't even work 5 hours.
No.
That's why this show is 3 hours.
Listen, I've had this discussion a lot because my wife is very much in the mentality now of I don't want to watch too many, meaning even more than one at a time, because I want to enjoy it a little bit longer.
Hell no.
And so when you have a significant other, there is this unspoken responsibility that, let's say I had free time and a flight coming up and I wanted to watch something, I better find something else to watch so I don't, because I got to watch this show with her and she doesn't want to watch it but like once or twice a week maybe, then I got a problem on my hands.
That's just organized date nights. That's all that is. She just stringing out the date nights. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't mind that. Like,
it's like
I
we
was
do it
thinking
together,
the other day,
get
like
popcorn, spin QT.
I have not done a good job on the date night front in a long, long time. We have not done, because we're moving and all this other crap. And we'll have one this weekend. She's coming to Columbus.
I was about to say, but nah, man, you need to set up a staycation in New York. Let me plan it out for you, and it ends in a dungeon. A love dungeon.
So
y'all can go to the box. You heard of the box?
I know what it is.
Super freaky.
Like, it's bad enough, not bad enough. You know what? To each their own, right? Whatever's going to get you going, as long as it's legal. Does anybody want the image of me tied up in any kind of leather? I don't want that. Why would you even suggest it?
Did you not tell everybody that you were in consideration for Pulp Fiction?
Yeah, they were not going to have a fat gimp in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, I could see you.
No. We're good.
I could see you in a Van Vader
Bart,
outfit.
so you don't like to binge things. Okay, or you only want to watch 2 or 3 at a time. Gotcha. All right, let's move on. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app. Hey, Alan Morristown has been waiting a long time to talk about NBA load management. Al, what's up, baby?
Hey, what's going on, guys? I actually was on hold before, and then I dropped the call, so I was one of the ones that you reached out to, and I dropped the call. Now. All right, so either way, make it real quick. Before you guys were talking about, the load management and things of that nature, I really believe that they need to take another look at how they dove out these max contracts. And what I think needs to be implemented is that they should be solely incentively based, and the amount of time that you actually put onto the court should be applied to that. I think you got to play, 80 to 90% of your schedule in order to be considered super max every year. I think we were spoiled by people like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, who played 80-plus games every season. And I think that it needs to go back to that.
I understand that. The problem is there are going to be more legitimate injuries now. And as I brought up earlier, it's not that those guys didn't play through pain. Of course they did, and you want to see that. But the pace of play right now is the problem with all of these soft tissue injuries.
And what you get concerned with is how cautious the team is being with Wemby, because his calf is messed up. Somebody's calf gets messed up. We've seen way too many instances where that turns into a blown Achilles, which is a whole nother thing. That's what's going on right now with Anthony Davis down in Dallas, right? So you invest so much in these players that you have to err on the side of caution sometimes, because if they're down, then your season's over with, and you could lose them for multiple seasons.
Yeah, I've got a problem with the whole idea of trying to force guys to play even more, because you can't legislate what's a legitimate injury and what's not. That's the biggest problem. So I'm not going to – I always come back to the same thing, and it's probably not right to do, but I've seen it a couple of times now with these calf injuries. Yeah. And we're forcing these guys back sooner. What does it do? It leads to the Achilles.
Snap, crackle.
Exactly. So I don't need it turning into something worse, and I don't ever want to have myself trying to get into somebody's head as to whether they're hurt or not. Are there guys who are malingerers? Absolutely there are. But you know what? That's in life.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me the people who have called in sick and they're not sick. I mean, it happens every freaking day.
Ray did it on Tuesday.
I mean, come on. Absolutely. Where the hell? The charity event, my ass. Bart did it yesterday. Bart was down, hanging out in Baltimore with his buddies.
At the Black Swan.
At the Black Swan, this restaurant from Jaleel McClain. How about David Akar next on ESPN New York? Dave, what's going on, dude?
What's up, guys? I got a rabbit hole type of question. I was looking at that Raider Cowboy game. Full Cowboy defense. I was like, wow, the Raiders must be really bad because they're just destroying. They're all over Geno Smith. They've been that way the whole season. He's one of the top sack quarterbacks. The Raiders have one of the cheapest paid lines in the NFL. Like, the Raiders are not getting hit by their cap crazy by their line. So let me ask you, Bart, and I'm not asking you to bring out any true situation, but human behavior, Las Vegas, all that money in that organization, and this quarterback comes in and gets paid. Do you think the guys are laying down? Because they really didn't look like they were trying to protect this guy. And it leads me to believe that there's a lot of internal problems with that team.
I mean, I don't think they're laying down, but the thing is, like, it's a new coaching staff, new philosophy, new belief, and not everybody buys in. That's why when, a new coach comes in, the first and second year, they release a lot of people because they want guys that want to be on board. You got guys at different points of their career. You got guys like Brock Bowers. Then he's happy, he's excited. He doesn't know what he doesn't know. But then you got guys on that team like Max Crosby or guys that are older than Max Crosby that's like, man, like, my career almost over with. I don't know if I want to be here. And then they don't want to put themselves at harm.
Then you're making business decisions.
Right, you're making business decisions. Then, like, the Raiders filled themselves up with a lot of guys that are like journeyman people. They didn't really attract the best of the best when you talk about, free agents. I mean, they brought in Jeremy Chin, who's a in-between guy, alumni. But, like, even when you look at their top 5 highest paid players, you're like, what? Like, they had Geno Smith, Max Crosby, then Malcolm Coints, never heard of him. Tyree Wilson,
He was a first-round pick a couple of years ago. Has done nothing.
Yeah, and Jeremy Chin. That's their top 5 highest paid players. I don't know. I think they're trying. I think they're trying to wait to be able to spend this money on some people and get rid of some people that have some contracts. You got Kenny Pickett on their squad.
You're always going to be able
Raheem Mostert.
And not just because they're in Vegas and because they're the Raiders, but you're also always going to be able to do it because you get people to go there. Like, we talk about how it's hard. Sometimes you need to get hostages as opposed to volunteers.
Yeah.
Won't be in Vegas for many, many reasons, including the fact no state income tax.
I don't know if I've ever seen a team where the punter is the ninth highest paid player on the team.
Well, you have now.
Like, what?
A couple of the comments coming in from the chat over on the ESPN YouTube page. Eitan Tomlinson, my wife can watch a series in a day. No way in hell. I can't do all of that in a day. Black Metronome, Bart had me until it ended with the dungeon. So thanks a lot. And Carlin in leather would look like a sofa with feet. And another guy saying, we already saw Carlin in leather. It was Vito in The Sopranos. Thanks a lot. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Let me plan a date, man.
I would never. It's not my thing.
No, I wasn't gonna put
I would let you plan a date.
I wasn't gonna put you in a dungeon.
No, I know. I would let you plan a date. But I mean, but here was the problem. A couple of years ago, it was the first time we were working together. I was going away, and you were trying to convince me about making sure that I got a pedicure, and a foot massage and the whole thing.
Reflexology.
Yeah, what was the reflexology part of it with the foot
it's
thing?
When they do your scalp and then they do your feet.
Right.
And it's all your pressure points and stuff that affects everything in your body.
I did it, just felt weird. Just felt weird having somebody else rub my feet.
Man, you put so much pressure on your feet, man. We put so much pressure on our feet.
You telling me?
Got shoes on, walking around, feet hurt. You know what I mean? Hands and feet, man. Your scalp, Your jaw, because a lot of us clench, and we don't know we clench at night. We bite down and stuff like that. And that's where your migraines and stuff come from. Get somebody to loosen them jaws up, man.
No, I know I clench. I'm fully aware of that. How about Jay in Queens next? ESPN New York. Jay.
Oh, boy, a grinder.
Hi, good afternoon, guys. Appreciate you guys. It was good entertainment for the ride home. Quick question. As far as I was debating with my friend about load management, and I just wonder, is it counterproductive because you kind of pick and choose when you want these guys to play, and you manage the minutes all during the season, and you try to ramp up at the end. But now when you get to the playoffs in the most important time, you're going to ask them to play maximum amount of minutes, maximum amount of games in the shortest period of time. Aren't you kind of setting them up or setting the team up for failure? Because now they're coming back. Expectation is they're going to give you what you expect them to. And then because you're playing more than they played all season, now they get hurt and then they're out. So I just wonder, is load management, I understand it. I just wondered, can it really work? Thank you, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day.
It's a fine balance. And we're assuming that when they have load management that they don't have a workout. When you have load management, you have a workout, but it's in a controlled environment where you can't get hurt. Whether you're being in the Archer G where you control how much weight is on your body, you zip into the treadmill, whether you're in the water treadmill, whether you're in a workout where you know that it's predictable movements like running straight, suicides, tip drill, anything to get your cardio up that way, but it's in a safe environment. When you get hurt, it's because you don't know where you're going. You're just reacting. You step on a foot, or you run down, or you have to chase somebody farther you chase. This is all premeditated, pre-orchestrated, pre-planned out. So just because you have load management don't mean that you still don't have the workout to improve your conditioning.
Listen, I don't know how you can come up with a singular plan with games that are allowed outside of what they've done already for being eligible for awards. But, a certain amount of games that are allowed to be taken off without any injury designation and different times that it's allowed to be done. You can't have a scenario like last night in Miami where Butler, Steph, and Draymond are all out. I mean, it's one thing you don't want to play Jimmy down in Miami, but, I mean, you kind of, you just owe that to the sport, don't you? If you're Jimmy, why wouldn't Jimmy want to play in Miami? Like, Jimmy, to me, would absolutely relish that.
He probably went back to his home and chilled and watched the game from the house.
I mean, if Donovan Mitchell can leave town for a game, why not? It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app, reminding you that Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. Tonight at 7, St. John's Red Storm hosting Bucknell. The Bison coming to Carneseca Arena. Coverage begins 6:40 on 1050 ESPN. On the ice, 7 o'clock, Islanders in Detroit to face the first place in the Atlantic Red Wings. There you go.
We're in first place in hockey, too?
Yeah.
We up.
Also at 7, Devils in Florida to play the two-time defending champion Florida Panthers. And the Rangers in Colorado at 9 o'clock tonight to take on the Avalanche. Coverage begins at 8:30 right here on ESPN New York. Tullamore Dew is the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app. We have discussed at length today the NBA's major problem when it comes to load management, a possible solution on the way in moments. How many times would I have to hit myself in the head with this microphone before it killed me?
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that's customized for you. Same-day and next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
At Jake's 58 Casino Hotel this November, it's your chance to gobble up the green and feast on your share of $55,000 cash. Earn entries all month long and join us on Friday, November 28th from 4 to 6 p.m. 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win up to $10,000 cash. Then at 7 p.m., one lucky winner will take home a grand prize of $20,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Right now at Bay Ridge Honda, experience the wonder of holiday savings on Honda cars, trucks, and SUVs during Happy Honda Days, like the Accord SE, only $239 per month, or the all-wheel drive Honda Ridgeline for only $289 a month. These clearance deals won't last long. Plus, receive thousands in benefits and savings with their Bay Ridge Plus Advantage plan. Upfront pricing, total peace of mind. Visit BayRidgeHonda.com. 36 months lease, 7,500 miles per year, $38.99 down, plus tax, tag, and fees. See dealer for full details.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Coach Saban here. On the field or on your walls, coverage matters. That's why I go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer from the Home Depot.
Exceptional hide, advanced stain blocking, and over 1,000 colors to choose from. Behr Marquee delivers one-coat coverage that stands up to real life. One-coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Collection.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Lucky Larry's Landscaping, Larry! Larry saved his business money with a quick commercial auto quote from Progressive. Does it help he's his own marketing manager, accountant, executive assistant, and never been late? Technically, yes, but saving really put him over the edge. So, Larry, give Larry a round of applause. Be your own Larry. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Now, was this on the original list, or is this just the list once you realized you was in a competition?
Oh, no, this is on the list.
I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that. Get my feeling it.
Why is it that you revert to this voice when you're kind of getting into singing?
You should hear when I do my Jamaican voice and then I do my Asian. No, my Asian voice, and it's all the same voice.
That's also not
it's
probably
all, It's all the same voice. I just throw in Bumby Clock.
So, come to work this morning, and let's call it what it is, okay? Is there a ton going on today, sports-wise? Not really.
Nah, not really.
So let's have a show philosophy discussion on the air for a moment.
Yeah.
So a few weeks ago, Johnny Pickums and I are talking, and you were around, and he's like, listen, sometimes I get a little self-conscious and concerned that perhaps I need to try to reel you back in from somewhere. And John said to me, listen to me, let the Stallion run.
Yes, you let wild horses run, baby.
Let the Stallion run. What happens if I left the gate open?
Yeah.
And the Stallion just keeps running? Am I supposed to let him go and not chase him?
If you love something, let him go. Please let me run like Seabiscuit.
What happens if the Stallion, I don't know, ends up with me in a deposition for a lawsuit?
Hey, man, it's okay, man. We got great lawyers here at ESPN.
Does the Stallion want to cover my legal costs for not even acknowledging anything? So exactly, I'll ask the Stallion, how exactly should I handle this?
Listen, man, don't worry. I got Al Sharpton in the pocket, baby. We good.
I trust the fatter Al Sharpton better, though. Hey, back in the day, he used to get things done.
He's like a bobblehead now.
He does look like a bobblehead now. And that's me saying that. I
don't even know how.
That's the thing. Like Carl Banks once said to me, because I was in the middle of working on losing weight and I had lost about 30 pounds. And he's like, listen, don't lose too much. You're going to look like a Pez dispenser.
Yeah.
Because you keep a giant head. No, that's not going to be good.
Yeah,
Carl wasn't wrong.
I mean, you don't want a bulldog to look like a Doberman. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna have a bulldog head and a Doberman body that don't look right.
So let's talk about this also for a moment too. This has always been my identity, so to speak.
Yeah.
On the air, I've always been a bigger guy.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't always. I want to be healthier about it. What am I losing about myself? Do I lose any of my limited appeal as a bigger guy, everyman? Like, that's why SNY actually put me on the air in the first place on TV, is because Fred Wilpon thought that guy looks like the everyman, and I want to have the everyman on our air for people to relate to. And I think that's one of my strengths. But if I lose the weight, do I stop being everyman?
No, because look at Jonah Hill.
But Jonah Hill looks creepy when he's thin, doesn't he?
No,
Am I wrong about that?
He looks extremely creepy. Jonah Hill might be 155 pounds.
Well, but that's my point. If he gets too thin, he looks creepy.
Yeah, I think he got a Ozempic implant, and it's the drip is leaking or something inside. Like he looks like weird.
No, but I'll tell you. Listen, I'm not anti the whole shot thing. I'm being completely honest. I'm on it now.
Yeah, but it's fine though. Like, so what I'm saying is, as you're using it, you want to come down, and what happens is, if you don't take it right, you got to make sure you get your protein because it eats away at your muscle.
Yes, all of this is true. And as I told John this morning, as I had my second bagel, I actually, in the first month of it, I'm not on Ozempic. I'm on one of the other ones. Because I tried one of the other ones, and it beat up my body a little bit. Yeah. And then this one's been much better.
We should get a sponsorship.
It's the Zepbound. I'll tell you which one I'm on.
Yeah, to give some, if you...
Another friend of mine had a lot of success with it.
Yeah.
And so I gave it a shot. So I'm down like 8 pounds in the first month.
Oh, there we go.
Now, I haven't even really exercised or done anything with that yet.
If you did it right, I think people I know, they've lost like 20, 30.
I'm not going to try to do that all in one fell swoop.
Yeah, you don't want to like fat bastard or the loose skin like fat bastard on them.
Well, that's also another problem. Like I'm definitely going to have a lot of loose skin.
Leo, that is a real name.
I'm just covering your rear end here.
Did you dump that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. The Mike Myers fat, you-know-what character, for those who are unaware.
I'm a fan of his,
yes.
but,
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for having my back, Leo.
You see? Let the Stallion run, Leo. Let the Stallion. Don't close the gate.
I'm running like donkey on stretch.
I don't know if I closed the gate as much as put up a hurdle that he jumped over.
He's not going to have a problem with a hurdle.
But then, so you do that, right, and you find your weight. Sometimes you might have to get down real small and be like, people are like, man, you look crazy. But sometimes you want to get rid of all the fat that you want to get rid of, and then you start stacking back up with your muscle. Because a lot of times people scale watch, and it's not about how much you weigh. It's about the body composition, and you want to make sure what your body fat is. So that's a tough thing because people want to just lose the weight and then you can put the muscle back on, because whatever it is, your body, your cells always remember the highest you ever been. That's a beautiful thing about the body, right? Like if you've pushed yourself to the max before and you lose a lot of weight, right? Let's just say if Arnold Schwarzenegger get real fat, right? When he decides to work out again, the cells just deflate and they get small, but they remember, they keep the memory of what they were when they were big, so it's easier for you to get back there if you've been there before. Now, if you've never been there before, it's hard to push through your glass ceiling. So, you can lose the weight, but then you just got to start walking. I tell you what, man, if you just start walking and we look up 5 months from now, man, you'll look like a totally different person. And like it's amazing what happens to people when you look at their face, how their face changes when they lose weight too.
Yes, but all of this is not the concern. I have lost weight before.
Yeah.
I've had success doing it. I don't want to get down and be a super ridiculously thin guy.
Yeah,
I don't think that looks good. I want to be healthy fat. That's what I want to be.
How much you weigh now?
315.
315. Okay. The goal realistically should be around 260.
I'd like to get down around 230. Eventually, but let's take it at a time.
Your head is too strong to be too.
Okay, well then maybe it is. If it is, that's fine.
260. Have you ever been? Do you remember the time in your life when you were 260?
Yes, it wasn't 2011. I was 265.
There you go.
Yeah,
I think that'd be great, and then you just work on your body composition from there.
I still had too much. I still had 3 chins at 265 though. I'd like to get down to 1.
Well, you know how you get that though. You got to start. You got to get the ball thing that you bite.
But I'm not worried about it. Here's again. This is not the problem. I'm not worried about the numbers or anything like that. I'm worried about if I lose my appeal as the everyman.
No,
I just became somebody else who lost the weight and thought they got better than everybody else.
What's the old girl from the show? Betty Boobah or something. You know what I'm talking about. She was a famous mom on the reality show with the with the little Honey Boo Boo. Honey Boo Boo.
Honey Boo Boo.
My boy speaks fluent first. Honey Boo Boo.
I don't have the ding to go with that, but well done. Well done, Ray.
Did I say Boobah?
I don't know, but I just to be clear for anybody who didn't pick up on the nuance there, I was just compared to Honey Boo Boo.
No.
And Mama June.
No.
Yeah, that's what you just compared what I look like to Mama June. So thank you for that.
No, first of all.
And then she lost all the weight.
Right.
And it looked creepy.
No.
It looked wrong.
No. People were trying to holler at her. She got the fake teeth.
Where is she now?
Well,
she disappeared like that fat.
Because she got sued. Because the baby got older. It was like, where my money at?
Did she get sued? Is that what happened?
I think by her child. Like, where the hell my money at?
If I was that kid, too, I'd be suing her. You're making money off of me being a little fat kid? No. No.
But she was cute. They put lipstick on her and stuff like that, and fry their hair and all that stuff, and they win like little contests.
No, that's fine. I'm all for everybody getting healthier and all that, okay? But I don't hear from Mama June anymore.
Leo, did you want to holler at Mama June when she lost the weight?
Can't say I did.
Did you see what she looked like when she lost all the weight?
I did. Not a fan.
All I'm worried about is myself and what that's going to look like. Because if I keep this size 8 and almost 8 1/8, 8 1/4 head, that's a problem.
But that's why I'm telling you, 260.
Okay.
If anything else, you're going to look like a bobblehead, and I don't know if your shoulders will be able to hold your head up. Got to walk around with one of those whiplash things.
It'll really be like a bobblehead. Like my head will actually be going.
I tell you what, Damon Woody head was big as hell when he came off Biggest Loser. I ever tell you that story?
Did he go on The Biggest Loser? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he damn near won.
I didn't know that.
Man, look at Damon
I
Woody.
know when he lost the weight.
Yo, and he was walking around the neighborhood acting like Buddy Love.
And, spandex?
Yes.
Everywhere?
And but he was still bigger. He still was big, but like I told you how how Brandon Moore wife pulled up on him like, hey, Damon, we're all proud of you. We're excited. We're happy for you that you lost the weight. Don't ever come up here in spandex again. This dude came. He came to all our kids went to school together. He came to pick the kids up in like a shirt with the sleeves cut off, with the fanny pack like hanging over his junk. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we like, yo, don't ever come up here and pick those kids up. You cannot be seen on school grounds with that damn spandex you got on. He had spandex shorts on, man.
He lost 92 pounds in 3 months?
He almost won it,
Isn't that almost, like, dangerous?
No, he almost won it.
Started at 388, ended at 296.
Just think, he 296. Now, he's still feeling himself, but, yo, we telling you, you 296. And anybody know D Wood is all torso. All his weight torso. He got skinny Joe. He got, what's the old boy name? Joe Crack. He got Joe Crack lower body. Damon Woody is built like his ass is like SpongeBob for real. So imagine him coming up to the school to pick the kids up at 290 with spandex shorts on.
That's aggressive. It's an aggressive move.
It was straight, but it was straight out of Buddy Love.
If you're feeling yourself, I get it.
It was straight out of Buddy Love, but like the part, like remember when the fat started to come back when he was in the Viper? That's how it was. Like Nutty Professor came back, like D Wood. Yeah. I can't get that image out of my mind.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Moose knuckle.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Hey, it's Michael K. talking to you about my friends at PC Richard & Son. They're local, family-owned, and I trust them, and you can too. Right now, get Black Friday deals throughout the store. And with their holiday price guarantee, your price is protected. If the price goes lower from now through December 24th, they will match it. You can't beat it. Plus, you get fast and free delivery. PC Richard & Son, the company you could trust for over 116 years. Free delivery excludes Manhattan.
That 36. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
The Fall Savings Event continues this November at Bay Ridge Mazda. Lease the 2025 Mazda CX-30S for as low as $169 per month, or the 2025 Mazda CX-5 Select for as low as $229 per month, and get as low as 0.9% APR financing rates on select models. Plus, enjoy 1 year complimentary of Bay Ridge Plus benefits like ding and dent coverage, key replacement, windshield protection, and roadside assistance. Visit them in Brooklyn or online at BayRidgeMazda.com. Bay Ridge Mazda, where confidence comes standard. See dealer for details.
Coach Saban here, and let me tell you, every second matters. Preparation is everything, and that's why I trust Kidda Smoke Alarms.
And as North America's #1 home fire safety brand, they're built to respond over 25% faster to smoke detection. Kidda helps protect what matters the most. Find it at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. #1 claim based on total household installations as of December 2023. 29% faster average smoke detection based on internal testing of smoldering wood fires for Kidda 9th edition versus leading competitor 8th edition products.
This holiday season, Target has your back with irresistibly cool gifts for everyone on your list. For the trendsetter, start with affordable beauty kits and gift sets. Need something the whole fam will love? Grab snuggly matching fits in every size and style. And for the thrill seekers, don't forget the hottest toys and tech of the season. Target's got you covered with the best deals for endless fun. Shop in store or online. And step into the holidays with Target. Restrictions apply.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team.
Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now. ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
Listen, I honestly believe that if you're trying to fix the NBA and the regular season, there's no easy solution, but there are more things that you can do and take swings at. It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. We'll give you another opportunity to get in on it here in moments at 800-919-3776. The ESPN New York holiday party is back. Both the Michael K. Show and Don Hahn and Rosenberg bringing the holiday cheer at your mother's house in Garden City Park, Long Island, Friday, December 12th. We're once again collecting unwrapped toy donations this year to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation. It all kicks off at 1 p.m. on Friday, December the 12th at your mother's house. It's brought to you by Amazon Pickup and by Spiked Aid. I honestly think if you're trying to create more interest in the regular season, it doesn't have to do with having the NBA Cup. It doesn't have to do with the play-in tournament necessarily. If you're trying to get players more interested in playing toward the end of the year, you've already tried to financially incentivize them. How much more do you have to at the salary levels that they are at? And you're paying extra for winning the NBA Cup. This is a perfect opportunity at a made-for-TV event. And that is the teams that finish in the top 3 in each conference. And you can do this even after the play-in if you want. If you want to keep the play-in and then have this be the case for 6, 7, and 8, you get the chance to select who you want to play. And I would honestly open that up to the top 3 teams and let them go from there. And frankly, let's even say, if you wanted to just say they got to pick between 6, 7, and 8, okay, what if they got to pick their opponent, period? What if the number 4 seed or the number 3 seed is the Bucks and they just lost Giannis? And you get a chance to pick that team. Oh, you want to play us without Giannis? Okay. My point is simply this. You build a TV special toward the end of the year, and the top 3 teams get to select their first-round opponents.
I think it's genius. You might have just came on something. You might not need to say that too loud because you need to go put that to Silver and see if he.
I should put that in writing.
Yeah,
better get that up on social.
Yeah.
That way, you get an opportunity to create some tension. I want to create more tension because tension creates more interest.
Right.
And I think players are motivated by smoke, but I think players would be into the idea. It's almost like talking a little more trash.
Yeah, it's like, yo, you want me? Oh, man, they think we candy, son. You know what I mean? Because right now we already
even the
know.
Teams who are talking the trash by picking who they want to play.
Yeah. Because you want to just think that the intrigue, like somebody has a hurt start early, but they expect to have them back by the conference finals, and then you don't have to see them. Like, nope, playing us first, buddy.
Yep. And listen, there are flaws to be worked out, okay? I get that.
Don't let facts get in the way of a good story.
But in a general sense,
yeah,
I want players to be more into it. Joe Leo is a big NBA fan, and I say that loosely as a Nets fan. Joe, do you see any flaws in this right away that I'm not necessarily looking at? And I'm completely truthful here. If I'm wrong on something, let me know. But if we left it to the top 3 teams in each conference get to select from the bottom 5, just that, who they play, would there be more interest in the end of the regular season with teams, let's say, that are in 6th place, but they're only 2 games out of 3rd?
I would say leave it to the top 2 teams. 3 is one too many.
Why is that, you think?
Just because it's like the wild card with baseball. Like I think we all think 3 wild card teams, that's one too many. The 3rd seed is not as good year over year as the top seed or even the 2nd seed. Like look at last year's top 3 teams.
My whole idea is to just try to incentivize as many teams as I can to be interested in it, and that's why I added the 3rd team as opposed to keeping it to just the top 2, if that makes sense. Like if I have a log jam of 4 teams that are right there within 2 games between 3 and 7, like all of a sudden that 3rd spot means a lot. I don't know.
It does, but I just feel like at some point you have to reward winning, and year over year there's not 3 great teams in each conference.
What do you think?
I mean, I can go with that philosophy because the thing is you can't hide if you're 3, 4, or 5 or 6 because They can pick you no matter where you are because they're picking up and searching up. I wonder if it was 2, but then the winner of the in-season tournament gets to be the third that gets to pick who they want to go against. That way, they play their ass off in that tournament.
I mean, that would put something on the NBA Cup, too. Like, the 1 year.
It's like the All-Star game where you get to decide who.
For instance, the 1 year, and this was out of necessity in baseball, in 81 because of a strike.
Mm-hmm.
They played 2 halves of a season, and they actually had teams that won the first half are making the playoffs.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So, no matter how they played in the second half, they're in the postseason already.
Well, if you win the NBA Cup, are you exempt from getting selected in the selection show?
Yeah, because you're a selector now.
Is that?
Or you get protection, so to speak.
You get the
you get the idol around your neck.
Right, the idol of protection.
You can't be voted off or you can't be selected.
Correct.
Man, this gets better and better.
I don't know. I mean, listen, I know that there are all kinds of problems that I'm not thinking of. But I'm just trying to think of ways, because the NBA has been very good at opening up different opportunities and trying to figure out how to make this better. I think if the league did that and it was successful in the first year or two, you would see baseball follow. You might see hockey follow, and you might even see the NFL follow down the line. Believe it or not, because the NFL now has by adding the playoff team has taken away the incentive of being a top 2 seed. Now it's just being a top seed. If you actually had incentive to finish somewhere in those top 2 or 3, man, that'd be something.
Put people at risk. You know what I mean? Guys have risk a little bit more because they know they can get the rest on the back end.
Listen, I'm not a bright man. I think the big fella's got a little meat on this bone.
Is this the Frank the Tank moment? That was perfect. What happened?
I blacked out.
What happened?
I'm about to go back and listen to the show to see what my idea was. That answer was perfect. We have no response.
We have.
That's the way you debate.
Catch yourself on fire, jumping through the ring.
No, I'd be the guy.
I almost had it.
I'd be the guy doing the ribbon dancing. Put it in Leo face. Leo, like, make it done. This is Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app. So, the Michael K. Show is coming up in just moments. Don Hahn and Rosenberg coming up later on this afternoon. They ended up debating. The guys were talking a lot about this the Bill Simmons thing, and I don't knock it. There was a debate about the most irrelevant franchises in sports.
Oh, wow.
And they got into it, and there's a lot of different tentacles to that. And I get it. It's just when we see teams in the major leagues playing in minor league stadiums, does it get more irrelevant than that? And I know why Tampa's doing it, but I mean, Oakland can barely find a home. And it's not even Oakland. I shouldn't say that. The A's.
Yeah, the home of Moneyball.
I guess you can't be irrelevant if you had Moneyball and you had the Bash Brothers at one point.
But you're irrelevant now.
Anyway, Kay is coming up in just moments. It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York.
Not sure who to bet on this weekend, USC or Oregon? The Ducks are favored by 10 points. Will they cover the spread? What about Nebraska or Penn State? The Lions are favored by 9.5 points. Join one of the nation's top sports betting analysts